All right, all right, all right. I am here. I am your host, Mikey T, the movie star, back for another exclusive. What is poppin', y'all? Sunday night heat type shit. Let's rock and roll, man. Let's get to it
Mikey T,
tonight.
the movie star, back for another
Sunday night
exclusive
heat type
What
shit.
is poppin', y'all?
Let me just get my sound right and everything, and we'll get going tonight. I'm properly rolled up. I've got everything situated on my end. I'm going to be joined by SV Twizz tonight, the hood blogger. That's right, the hood blogger out of Philly. That's my brother right there. He be staying on top of things. So we have a number of topics to address tonight, you all. You know, between Snoop Dogg and Master P coming together. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call it an unlikely combination because of the history that they have. You know what I'm saying? We're going to discuss all that tonight. You know, Snoop Dogg actually making an appearance in a Master P video, but also doing several endorsements for Master P's products. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the biggest things going on right now. Master P getting his light back, getting his relevance back. You know, Master P said, "You can keep the streets. You can keep the streets. I'm going to be the king of the grocery store." Legit. That's what Master P said, you guys. Buffalo is in the building tonight. What's going on? James Brown, my dude from Buffalo, New York, is in the building. My guy, Stuart Harris, what's popping? Hit that like button. Share this video, man. We've got some topics to speak on tonight. West Virginia's in here. Major salute to West Virginia. Everybody tapping in from that area. West Virginia, Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the states out there tapping in tonight. If you want, let me know what state you're in tonight. Most of you may know I'm from Connecticut. I'm at right at the Connecticut Rhode Island border. You know what I'm saying? So I be repping for the Northeast. Virginia is in the building. Major salute to VA. VA, that sounds great. This world's just one big waiting to get. Yeah, 50 shouted out VA a couple times in his raps. Corey Giger, excuse me, I'm probably butchering that. I'll just call you Corey, bro. He said, Columbia, South Carolina. Major salute, South Carolina in this bitch tonight. Hell yeah, we've got a lot of things to talk about. NBA YoungBoy's album, NLE Choppa's album, 50 Cent's last album, but we got the big topics as well. Straight Drop showing up to court again for the third time for getting his third continuance. We're going to address that tonight. Also, we're going to have to address everything going on with the FBG Duck case. Pretty crazy what's going on with that. New information has emerged in regard to what's going on with FBG Duck, with the affidavit. You know what I'm saying? I imagine these cases are they're coming up. You know, these guys were arrested. Muwap, probably the most popular of the group of them, but you know they were arrested last year, so I imagine their cases are going to be coming up relatively soon. So a lot of information is going to drop in regard to that. Waterbury CT is in the building. Major salute to CT. Major salute to CT. You know that's my state right there. So I'll send some love to CT. Yeah, everybody go ahead, hit that like button, share this video. Let's have a good stream tonight. Let's have a good stream tonight. Hell yeah, Steve. Let's have another great show tonight. Apex in the building. What's going on, my dude? Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Hit that like button. Share this video if you haven't, Apex, but major salute on the tap in. We got to talk about a couple things, man, especially Snoop Dogg and Master P coming together in recent days. I don't know if you all have seen it, but they did a whole promo together. They did a whole interview together. I'm not sure if it was broadcasted on live or just on YouTube, but it's just a major endorsement that Snoop Dogg is giving to not Whack 100. He's giving it to Master P, you know, his old friend from the 90s and 2000s, early 2000s. Snoop Dogg was able to make some achievements because of Master P, and in a way, he's kind of paying him back. You know what I mean? In a way, he's kind of paying him back, even though Master P has never really outwardly asked for anything, especially when he let Snoop leave No Limit Records. We're going to get into a lot of those details tonight, you guys. We're going to get into a lot of those details tonight. I hope a lot of you guys can remember that part of history with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping you guys can remember that part of history with us tonight, as we discuss when Snoop Dogg originally left Death Row and made his way over to No Limit Records, you guys. And Snoop Dogg gave some details about what happened when he left No Limit, you know, basically breaking it down as like Master P could have had a percentage of anything that I was doing, but Snoop said Master P let him leave for free. He let him leave without having any any attachments, any holdings on his profits, which I think is a really OG thing to do on, on Master P's part. Master P, in my mind, kind of showed Snoop Dogg. He showed Snoop like, yo, all CEOs aren't like that, man. All businessmen, more than CEOs, aren't like that, Snoop. We're not going to all try to hold you back contractually, because I think a lot of people in here, maybe you guys preferred Snoop's career with Death Row to Snoop's career with No Limit. Maybe it was a little bit more interesting. Maybe the music was better. Maybe it was just, that time in history, where Snoop was more fresh to you, and that's why it was better. But, I don't think, Suge Knight was going to let Snoop go as easily as Master P ended up doing. My guy Chris in here. Sorry, guys. About to send this link to my guy Twizz. He's about to tap in with us in a minute. Everybody tuning in, go ahead, hit that like button, share this video. We are in for a dope video tonight. We got some amazing topics to speak on. I'm going to get SV Twizz's thoughts on a couple record sales. We're going to briefly touch on 50 Cent's last album tonight. Probably going that in a little bit more long format in the future, though. Kind of crazy that 50 is talking about releasing his last album. Huh, guys? I mean, I guess he is 5 albums in. But if you consider mixtapes, the guy's probably 50 albums in. Okay. Mad respect. Boston strong. Providence, Rhode Island. Okay. 2 cities I'm actually very familiar with, you guys. 2 cities that, you know what I'm saying, very familiar with. Hell yeah. South Jersey's in the building as well. Major salute to South Jersey on the tap in tonight. So we got Boston, we got Rhode Island, we got South Jersey. Everybody, if you're not subscribed, hit that button to subscribe. Also, hit the notifications so when I go live, you can tap in with me. Orlando, Florida in this bitch. iVision Bullies. Major salute to you for tapping in all the way from Orlando, Florida. It's only a 3-hour flight, but it's a 24-hour drive, something along those lines for me. You know what I'm saying? But Florida holds a solid spot in my heart, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to live in Miami, actually, for several years. I lived in Miami, Florida, going to all the hottest nightclubs, Cameo, Story, Live, all the hottest nightclubs, Mansion, Dream, you know what I'm saying? Was it called Bamboo? I think it was called Bamboo. It was years ago. But yeah, I went to all those nightclubs, saw the hottest stars and shit like that, partied with the best of them, got to apologize to Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot of that. But here we are today, man. Not to mention, I did see those shoes at the casino. I saw the shoes at the casino up in like a glass glass like case. So those Fat Joe shoes are really, really out there right now. Pert Gambit's in the building. That means St. Louis is in here tonight. Major salute to St. Louis. iVision, man, salute to you as well, bro. Share this video and hit that like button if you haven't already. Everybody in here, hit the like button if you haven't already. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. I think I'm going to spark up right now, you guys. I think I'm going to spark up. So go ahead and in the chat, let me know what you're smoking on, if you're smoking, or if you're sipping something. You guys see I like to keep that rosé on deck, but also I got that Bel Air Blue for sure. So if you're in the building and you're smoking tonight, let me know what you're blazing up. Let me know what you're blazing up, you guys. Online Lunatic, a few days ago, just to answer your question since we're in the pre-show, a few days ago, I was actually putting out the information for everyone to be able to write Dark Low. So if you just check a couple videos back, I actually put that information in the description of the video if you would like to write Dark Low. Hell yeah, smoking on that wedding cake and gelato. Let me see what I got right here. I'm on that Collins Ave, you guys. This is what I'm on. If anybody wants to know what's Mikey T smoking. So I got that Collins Ave. This is Rick Ross's strand. This is some good shit right here, you guys. It's 19%. My man right here, iVision, is smoking on that Lemon OG. Major salute to you for smoking on that Lemon OG, bro. I love me a little bit of lemon weed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just never really get the opportunity to buy a bunch of lemon weed. So, I never jump on it. But major salute to you for how much of that you got, bro? How much of that shit do you got, man? Well, dude's always smoking on some lemon. My man Steve smoking on that sour D. Oh, Steve, man. Sour D's out there in Waterbury? Okay. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Apex, what's popping with you, man? Smoking on that purple runts. Right now, I'm smoking on Ricky Rose strand, that Collins Ave. Let me know right now what you're smoking on. Before we get started with the show, we are awaiting my co-host, SV Twizz. But we're about to get started with the show in a second. So everybody hit that like button. Let me know what you're blazing. And we're about to start talking about some of the hottest topics in hip hop right now, man. Lee said, I heard some AR-Rab studio prison freestyle on YouTube. I'm wondering if you had heard when they had played some of AR-Rab's tracks from his upcoming album, or if you heard a new jail freestyle, or if it's an old jail freestyle. Let me know, brother, because if it was somebody playing it off of a phone or a computer or whatever. Smash that like button, y'all. Let me know what you're smoking. Shout out your city. You know what I'm saying? That's how we start this show, y'all. That's how we start this show. My man, New York native. New York is in this bitch tonight. New York native smoking on that gobstopper. All right. I never had that strand, but all right. Sounds good. Samil, what's popping, homie? He said, showing love from Rhode Island. Enjoy your night, bro. Love the podcast. Yo, I appreciate you tuning into the podcast every time you get an opportunity to, man. That's what makes the show. Just to be 100% honest with you, one of the biggest factors in this show is the fan, is the follower, is the supporter interaction, man. You know what I'm saying? We got our main topics. We always have our main topics, our subtopics, our sidebars, if you will, but also it's all about what y'all are saying. You know what I mean? Sometimes y'all be saying some accurate shit. You know what I mean? Y'all be saying some shit that adds to the conversation. My God, my God, that's what my weed should be called. My God. But yo, Mark knows about that Collins Ave. Hell yeah. Sunset Sherbet. Sunset Sherbet's all right, man. Sunset Sherbet's cool. Hell yeah, Jonas, Bruton, Fort Lauderdale, Florida's in this bitch tonight. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Salute, salute. Alaskan Thunder. All right, James. Hell yeah, a little Alaskan Thunder. A little Alaskan Thunder won't hurt nobody. Some, you know what I'm saying? Some Alaskan snow crab. You know what I mean? So I never had heard of no weed called Alaskan. But I guess the one that I really want to try is the Gobstopper. But also want to try Skittles as well. 2 strands that I really want to try. Schizo, what you know about that? What you know about that Collins Ave, man? What you know about that Ricky Rose? Lee says that Planet 13 dispensary has the Cookies brand weed the best. Well, I've never heard of Planet 13. What state are you in, Lee? We got it out here at a store called Comcan. And actually, there's a whole new Cookies in Worcester, Mass. Salute to Florida on the tap in. Salute to everybody on the tap in, man. Everybody that stays in tune with Mikey T, the movie star. You know I appreciate you. Gelato 33 or Dosey Do 22. I'm just enjoying the smoke before the show. If you guys are smoking right now, let me know what you're smoking, y'all. Savannah, GA. I might be going out there. Been talking about doing a movie out there in Savannah, GA, actually. I'll let you know if I end up going to Savannah, GA. I'll probably do a couple live streams from out there. But yeah, I was planning on going out to Georgia in the next month or so. Yo, what's poppin', man? Appreciate you for tapping in. Nah, to be honest with you, I've never had Wizz's strain. I've never had the opportunity to smoke KK, you guys. Damn, Planet 13 is in Las Vegas. Okay. I never been there. I must my homie Dirty O went out to Las Vegas one time. I'm not sure if he was in tune with that shit. Nah, Lone Wolf. I never had Wizz's strain of KK. If you've had, all right, so we got 50 people in here right now. If you have smoked Wizz's strain in here, put a thumb up or share your experience of smoking Wizz's strain. I've never had the opportunity to get it. My man says I need to get some P&J Skittles. I've never heard of that. But he also says that they know about, West Virginia knows about that. What you know about that? What you know about that? I know all about that. Alien cookies, bro? Is that a edible or something? Oh no, obviously not. What up? What up, Rory? What's poppin', homie? Yeah, we're about to be joined by the god SV Twizz, the hood blogger. The hood blogger times the interview god tonight. And we got some topics to cover, you guys. Straight Drop, I think, made a mistake. I think Straight Drop made a mistake. Well, he made a mistake back in November. You know what I'm saying? Not focusing on his damn music career. You know what I'm saying? But this whole situation is kind of crazy because I look at Muwap. Hopefully, I'm not butchering that name as well. Maybe I should just call him WAP. But I look at Muwap, and this guy is actually doing 5 million views. He's doing 2 million views on his own. For Muwap to be involved with anybody that ran up on FBG Duck is just practically crazy. It's just practically crazy. Muwap had the game in his hands. You know, I saw Kodak Black. I saw Kodak Black post earlier. He posted a picture of one of his homies, and he was like, "Yo, if I don't get you rich by the end of this year, then I'm a F boy." You know what I'm saying? He said he was an F boy if he doesn't get his man rich by the end of the year. You know, look at how that shit plays out, man. King Von put Muwap in a position where he could have got rich. You know what I'm saying? Or where he was on the verge of getting rich, even though they were still cooking up ramen. You thought I was going to go somewhere else with that, didn't you? Even though they were still cooking up ramen in the music video, let me say I'm nowhere near rich, but I do not eat ramen noodles. Although after watching that video, I was like, damn, I need to go get me some ramen noodles, cook them shits up at the crib. Then you're eating noodles that cost like 30 cents a pack. You're saving bread. You know what I'm saying? Stream noodles. You're saving bread. So maybe Muwap actually had it down, you guys. Maybe Muwap was on the right, the right end of the gauge. Maybe he was intelligent to the point where he was like, yo, I'm not gonna live beyond my means. I'm gonna stack my bread. But then we see this shit. But we're gonna get into that tonight. And Lee, we're gonna be talking about Straight Drop. We're gonna be talking about Straight Drop. Straight Drop is a crash dummy. I don't think Straight Drop is a crash dummy for anybody else. I think Straight Drop turned his whole life into being a crash dummy. Now, so I'm talking about Straight Drop and I'm talking about Muwap. Muwap on his own had videos with 1.8 million views. Straight Drop had 100K. So that's literally, Muwap had like literally 1.7 million, 1.7 ahead of him. So, I mean, look at these situations. And we both know what these guys are currently being charged with. Like, these guys really just must have not believed in their career to the full extent. You watch videos of King Von with Muwap, and he's trying to tell him to get in the camera. He's trying to tell him, I'm on live right now. I'm trying to show my fan base you. You know what I mean? Just like at one point when King Von was shown to the world by Little Durk. It's pretty obvious. That's not how you spell his name, but Muwap thought Burger King was a 5-star restaurant. I don't know, bro. The dude, I'm going to be honest, Rory, the dude was doing millions of views on the internet. I don't see why he wouldn't have been able to monetize his image and be able to eat steak every single night. You know what I'm saying? But possibly he wasn't in the position to monetize his image. But, to me, Muwap was just Rondo number 9, except 5 or 6 steps advanced. His rap is more advanced. His video presentation is more advanced. He's up to date with all the style. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the style shit wasn't even the same when Rondo was around. They were still rocking Truies. You know what I'm saying? They were still rocking that type of shit when Rondo was around. They really hadn't made it to the biggest level. Yeah, this shit is sad, man. Speaking on this, and I'm sad about young Dolph. You know what I mean? I'm sad that Muwap ruined his situation and those other guys from O'Block. I'm sort of thinking that King Von was gonna sign them as a group. You know what I mean? When Von had actually got more situated. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just thinking as the A&R Mikey T, but I could have seen that making a lot of bread, especially with all the attention that Muwap was commanding. But yeah, that's going to be another topic we're touching on tonight majorly. And then, like I said, Straight Drop going into court for the 3rd time now. He's gone into court now 3 times, and I believe he's going in for a 4th time. He's going in for a 4th time now on a continuance. Pretty ridiculous. Well, what up, Lee? Muwap from Chicago. He's got the name spelling right. Rana, what's up? What's up, Rana? Taste, money, OGK experience, New York. What's popping with you, man? Geek, what's up? We're about to get started. I'm about to be joined by my co-host SV Twizz. I'm about to finish up a little bit of this Collins Ave. I'm on that rose tonight, and I'm not talking about the champagne, although that's on deck. I'm on that Ricky Rose Chronic tonight. Well, Worldly Trends 2021 says nobody will get convicted unless somebody comes to court and points a finger. Simple as that. Well, there actually are two other people involved with this case. FBG Duck's friend who was with him that day, as well as FBG Duck's girlfriend. So there was more people than just Duck involved in this situation. Not to mention, I don't know. I keep hearing that this is like in the one of the ritzy areas of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It's in like the area where all the popular stores are, the designer stores, So there's obviously all types of camera footage. There's all types of camera footage that is even showing the guys, that have been charged leaving an area at the same time and then showing up to the area. There's all types of footage, just really just pinpointing everyone's exact location at an exact time. OGK says, tapped in with your Mikey T. How is the Rick Ross chronic? Let's be real. Let's be real on the Rick Ross chronic. Oh, Worldly, my bad. You were talking about Dolph. We're going to get into everything in full in just a minute when my co host SV Twizz taps in, the Hood Blogger. But let me give a review of this Ricky Rose Collins Ave. I've smoked it a few times. I've smoked it in buds. I've smoked it now in pre-ground. And I've smoked it all at about 18 to 19 to 20%. That's about how high it goes. So 18 to 20 to 21% is where I've seen it. Oh, it was Muwap's cousin. Well, Geek, if you know anything else about this, the other individuals involved, were any of them rappers aside from Muwap? Pert Gambit says downtown Chicago is like Sunset in LA. I couldn't tell you what Sunset in LA was because I've never been there. I've never had the opportunity to go to Los Angeles, never had the opportunity to go to California. So I can't really give my take on what it's like out there, but that's interesting to hear, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Daryl says, what's up, Mikey T? I'm on that lemon garlic OG. I don't know if he was rapping right there or if he was actually just telling me what he was smoking. Either way, man. Salute Mikey T. Salute the chats. Tanya says, salute Mikey T and salute the chat. I think I just double took that. My bad, y'all. That might give you a little indication of how good the Collins Ave is. But nah, it's not my favorite of the cookie strands. It's not my favorite. Well, we're gonna Big Sosa. What up, homie? We're gonna get into everything that Big Snoop Dogg and Master P talked about. But yo, what I found really, really peculiar, really odd, is because Wack 100 says this one thing about Master P not doing music in 20 years. And now the next thing we know, Master P has a new, not a new song, but a remake of a song. And he's got Snoop Dogg in the video. Like, what? You got to be shitting me. If that's not a direct, if that's not you know what I'm saying? Like, he just knocked it out the park. That's like you're playing kickball and you just made you just knocked it out the park, or baseball, whatever analogy you want to use. He just knocked the shit out the park. He got Snoop Dogg in his endorsement video, you guys. Wack 100, he just barked up the wrong tree because now Master P, all those products that Wack 100 was dissing, there's literally a video of Snoop Dogg and Master P endorsing all those products, from the shoes to the energy drinks to the noodles, you guys. All of these things that Wack 100 dissed Master P on, taking away his credibility in the street. Master P, it boiled down to Master P basically saying, yo, you keep the streets. You keep the streets. I'm going to be the king of the grocery store. Now, as peculiar as that sounds, I'm the king of media. Actually, Gilly the Kid's the king of media. I gave that shit to him. He really is right now. But Master P is the king of the grocery stores. What's up? What's up? Oh, shit, my bad. I thought that was somebody else. OGK. Let me see. Perk says next Wack is going to say Snoop is broke and he don't be in Long Beach. Yeah. Next he's going to say Snoop is broke because he did an endorsement with an energy drink. Like, how absurd is that, you guys? So he's broke because he's selling Colt 45. You know what was Snoop selling? That beer Snoop was selling? He's broke because he's doing Corona commercials. What? That doesn't even make sense. He's broke because he's selling noodles in grocery stores. Wow. Like, now we're really getting down to the bottom of this shit and really seeing, what is real in this situation. And to diss a man for selling a product, it's kind of like, dude, why don't you go get your own product and start selling it? We thought Wack 100 was going to start selling some Mimo 600 product. You know what I mean? But no, he doesn't want to be Mimo's manager for whatever reason, whether it was Chief Keef talking about the association or him not actually being signed to Little Dirk, or him dissing Blueface. You know what I'm saying? Now, Blueface did an interview on Bootleg Kev, and he contends, just because I sold 10 million one time, it doesn't mean I'm not selling a million a bunch of times still. Like, that's cool. You know what I mean? I recognize Blueface still has a music career and all that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to protect that investment if you're Wack 100. Blueface is still continuously putting out records that are doing, millions of streams. They're doing sales. You got to protect that investment, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have easily fixed that. That situation could have easily been fixed. So look at it. Let's look at it as well. Let's look at it like this, since I see Perk Gambit with this comment right here. He says, both Snoop and Master P have more money than him, I would think. Now, let's look at that, bro. Perk, everybody in here. So, Wack 100 pops up on Clubhouse, and he's going to manage or look after the career of Mimo 600, right? That's who he's bringing to the table, right? Now, when we look over at Master P's situation, who has just been called out by Wack 100, look what he brings to the table. Snoop Doggy Dogg, arguably the greatest artist on Death Row Records. That's why I said arguably, because, there's three of them that you could argue are the greatest of all time. Blackheart is in the building. Blackheart said Wack didn't accomplish half the shit as P done. Yeah, man. I don't think I'm gonna have to be honest. I don't think Wack 100 has had an artist or been even near an artist that even had the career that Mystical had. So that's just one artist from No Limit. And I'm gonna even put that up against Wack's work with the game. You know what I'm saying? Wack's work with the game since they went to E1 does not in any way, shape, or form touch Mystical's work when he was, you know what I mean? When he went through his first run. But if just a quick comparison, that's up in the air. We'll see. I think now it's definitely smoke gone. I think it's smoke that was blew through the air and it's gone. After how disrespectful both of them got to each other on the internet more recently. Like, I don't think there's ever any way that they could really come back from what they were going through. Like, Mimo 600, he says some disrespectful things on the internet, you guys. And I would like to do an interview with Mimo 600, but it really just seems like everybody's so caught up with Clubhouse right now. Like, but I would like to do an interview with Mimo 600. He really seems like an interesting person to interview right now. Wack is acting like the broke one in this situation, trying to pick with everyone who is actually doing something productive. Well, Daryl, I'm going to bring my co-host SV Twizz on this note. SV Twizz,
Salute,
what's
Mikey.
poppin', bro?
What's up, Mikey? I'm chilling, bro. Let's get it. What's going on with you?
Interesting comment right here. Daryl says that Wack is acting like the broke one in this situation, trying to pick with everyone who is actually doing something productive. You know, I don't think that Wack 100, who was dissing Master P days ago, saying you haven't been relevant in 20 years, could have ever expected that Master P was going to pop back up with Snoop D-O-double-G, Twizz.
I don't think he was expecting that either. And I heard in the past Wack speak highly of Snoop too, so I know that was like a low blow for him.
Yeah. You know, even with the past relationship that Master P and Snoop obviously have, I didn't expect that one, Twizz. You know, I didn't expect Master P to really be able to. So we see the record, but now we starting to see this visual with Snoop Dogg and Master P. I didn't know Master P was going to be able to pull that one out of his sleeve, bro.
Facts. That joint caught everybody off guard. They like, I still got it. P like, I still got it, bro.
Yeah, especially with all the shots that Wack was taking at Master P, Twizz. You know, like Wack was dissing the noodles. He was dissing the shoes. He was, you know, he's dissing all the products that Master P's putting out. But now in this video with Snoop, he's got Snoop trying the chips. He's got Snoop looking at the shoes and saying he's going to wear the shoes. He's kind of like making Wack eat his words on all those products.
Facts. Can you hear me clear, Mikey?
Yeah, but is the sync not right? Maybe you need to log back in.
John froze.
Yeah, try to log back in, Twizz.
All right, let me log right back in.
All right, cool. All right, y'all.
All right.
Lee said interview Pop Hunter from Philly. Twizz is gonna log back in, you guys. Just give him a moment. Maybe this will give me an opportunity to light back up real quick. You guys know how I am on the show. I kind of like to keep it professional while we're going through all of our news. But I want everybody to share this video. I want everybody to tell their friends about Mikey T, the movie star. Let them know that I'm the hottest blogger on the internet, the hottest influencer, the hottest hip-hop influencer on the internet. Probably interviewed just about anybody you can name in the game. Why? Because I stay on top of it, because it's what I love to do. You know what I mean? Getting the opportunity to link with talent like Young Dolph, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Getting to link with Yo Gotti, and you know what I'm saying? Link with Machine Gun Kelly and Lil Wayne and Rick Ross and French Montana and Max B. Getting these opportunities is what keeps me invested in the culture and what we do. Right, Daryl? Right. And even though I just had to admit it, because I don't lie on the podcast, even though you guys, I knew the history that Master P had with Snoop, the records that they sold, the history that they made when he went from Death Row to No Limit. I still did not see Master P pulling that up out of his sleeve. But Snoop Dogg gave him like the ultimate cosign with this, man. Because if Snoop isn't repping your product, or if Snoop is repping your product, who doesn't want to rep your product? OGK says, Mikey, do not put nothing by Wack. He will do this to promote Mimo. Don't slip. Remember, he faked like Mike Tyson punched him to bring attention to Mike Tyson's podcast. Smart is the new gangsta. Well, I was not aware about that in regard to Wack 100 and Mike Tyson. But yes, that is a thought I've had, you know, that they would be doing this to bolster Mimo 600's career. What is he going to do? What is he going to do next? That's obviously what they were thinking. What can he do next to keep the people invested in his name, or even help the people learn what his name is? Mikey Mars in the building. He said, "What's the flavor you burning tonight, bro?" Tonight, I am burning on that Ricky Rose Collins Ave. And I was just actually down in Miami like 2 months ago. I must have walked up and down Collins Ave like 50 times. Shit was lit. Shit was lit. Shit was lit down in Miami, y'all. But just give Twizz a second to reboot, and rejoin us, and we will get started on these topics tonight. I'm just having a little bit of a smoke. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a little bit of a smoke before we get into things tonight. Because, like, salute to you, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. It's been a little minute since I seen you in here, Mars. Salute regardless. Geek says, "You and Smurf, have y'all spoken?" Nah, Smurf and I have not spoken, bro. We have not spoken since we ended the Keeping It Real podcast that we were doing together. We made it through like about 4 episodes. Let me see. I think Twizz is ready to go here. Damn it. I wish I could have showed you this behind the scenes look at Twizz's life. I thought y'all would have thought it was gangster. They'd be like, "Oh shit, Twizz is messing with that lean."
What's up, Mikey? I'm back. I'm my fault.
Nah, you're Gucci now, bro. You're Gucci.
All
So
right.
let me see where we are. Let me get to the notes here, man. So Twizz, what did you let me see. I had some shit written here. Snoop said this to Master P when they had the interview, man. He said that Master P stood true to everything that he said. He said, "We formed a partnership and a brotherhood." Twizz, what did you think of Snoop Dogg heading over to No Limit, after leaving Death Row? Like, what do you make of him leaving the Death Row roster, heading over to the No Limit label?
As great as Snoop was when he was with Death Row, it was a lot of things going on behind the scenes that, Snoop didn't really want to deal with. You got like a lot of gang politics and other things going on where everything was like, things could have, messed his career up as far as getting tied up in the streets too much. So it's like Master P kind of took him away from everything. You know what I mean? Had him focusing on straight business. And, he saw potential in him. And, he didn't have no issues with paying Snoop. You know what I mean? So salute, Steven. You already know how we carry it. So, at the end of the day, Master P was always business minded. So in order to get Snoop from Death Row, obviously the proposition was excellent. You know what I mean? So I feel like he helped him out and also connected him and taught him more about the business because that's the type of person Master P seemed to be.
So Twizz, what do you make of Snoop Dogg really only getting to do the 2 albums at Death Row before heading over to No Limit to do the Game Is to Be Sold, Not to Be Told album, which Blackheart here obviously loves? He only got to do 2 albums with Death Row.
True. I mean, on top of that, I know that's crazy, bro, but Snoop was always a great artist, man. Always. But I guess it just come with the politics of the music business when you got, a bunch of artists under your label. You know what I mean? Because it was a nice amount of artists under Death Row.
Now, Twizz, do you think, just before we get started with all this, do you think that Suge Knight would have been able to stop Master P from doing business with Snoop? I mean, looking at it right here, No Limit was with Priority Records.
Mm-hmm.
Death Row at this point still with Interscope. Do you think Suge Knight could have made an issue for that, or do you think Master P is just too big of a businessman for that to really?
I think Master P probably looked into the contract all the way, so he knew what he was dealing with. if it all depended on what the contract was. Because other than that, I don't Master P the type of guy that he probably would have gave Suge what he wanted on top of, you know what I mean, bringing him over there. Master P seemed like that kind of guy.
Pert Gambit says, I think he was better with Death Row, but P got him a real bag.
I agree.
You would agree with that, Twizz, in regard to Snoop Dogg having more electrifying music or interesting music under the Death Row banner than with Master P?
Yeah, and a big part with that is just because you got Pop, you got Dre, and it was just something about all of them in the same group. Like the energy was just always there, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that joint was just epic.
Yeah, all the gin and juice, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Two of America's Most Wanted,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
These records and shit. You know what I mean? But he had some great records as well when he was with No Limit and shit, you know?
Absolutely.
You know, like was Still a G Thing any good?
Yeah. I feel like Snoop, one of them artists, is like, I can't point out a point in his career, even up to now, where his music was corny, bro. He was still dropping bangers in the 2000s. You know what I mean? Like, he never stopped.
So what about Snoop Dogg? What's My Name Part 2?
I mean, every song might not be the best, and
Snoop Dogg. That was the one. Snoop Dogg, right?
That's the name of that joint. I like that joint though. When he's talking about who that's sitting in the Cadillac, that joint. Yeah, that joint was hitting.
Dogg.
Yeah, that joint hit though. That joint was hitting.
It wasn't classic Snoop to me though.
It wasn't, but it was hitting for the time change at that. You know, it fit that you know yearly portion of music.
All right, but here's the real question. Here's the real question though. Was that better than Drop It Like It's Hot?
No, Drop It Like It's Hot. It's just the beat and everything was just so catchy. You know what I mean? That beat was crazy.
Yo, you need to get us some numbers on that, Perk. He said, yo, Master P paid Suge out for Snoop. Yeah, I think pretty much anybody would pay out to get Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? That kind of is like it kind of, to give it a little bit of a representation. Tell me if I'm a little off, Twizz. Kind of reminds me of say Cameron selling Jewels' contract at the time when Jewels was hot.
Yeah, I know. That's a great, you know what I'm saying, point to pretty much compare them to. Because at the time, Snoop never fell off. You know what I mean? So just trying to pay Suge off and being the person that Suge is, I'm pretty sure it was like politics. So because it's like I couldn't really see like a label just buying Snoop from Suge. You know what I mean? So he pulled some strings for that one.
So Twizz, Master P has a new energy drink. Apparently, it's an energy drink with no sugar. It has vitamins, something to help your immune system. But I imagine that Master P will catch some flack for his new King Kong energy drink. I mean, right? Wack 100's got to say this is corny. He's selling an energy drink. He must be broke. Right, Twizz? He's got to be broke because he's selling an energy drink.
Absolutely. He gonna say that. He not talking about, like, you know, how is he getting it manufactured? You know, that part of the business. And that's the important part of things, where I feel like when you got somebody like Master P that's doing these type of things, you know, he can teach the blueprint on how to manufacture your own, you know what I mean, energy drinks. Instead of sitting up here criticizing the man, why don't you take as an opportunity to get some type of game from him? You know what I mean? So you can do your own things.
Right? Rather than diss somebody about having a bunch of products. And then 5 years from now, you are like following that same blueprint.
Exactly. It's just the end. That's it. Wack, you know, Wack just showed to me like signs of insecurity in his behavior, or how he be talking about people, because I never seen a millionaire that got time to even talk like that.
So Snoop Dogg said, one thing I want to say about your product is they taste good. And Twizz, you know, you're the hood blogger.
Mm-hmm.
The hood blogger's in here, you guys, so I got to get his take. This is something new. You know, Twizz, you're from Philly. You know about the King of Philly. You know about
Facts.
the top goon of Philly.
Facts. Absolutely.
I mean, you've heard of the King of the South,
Absolutely.
the King of New York.
For sure.
Well, Master P says you can have the streets. I'm the king of the grocery store.
Damn.
Have you heard of the king of the grocery store yet?
No, man. His picture, he gonna have to go on the Mount Rushmore, logos up there with the KFC picture, the McDonald's logo. You need a Master P show him right there.
Snoop said, yo, you better hurry up and get on that, or I'm gonna beat you with a snooper market. Snoop said that's where everybody goes. That's where everybody goes, Twizz.
That's facts. That's facts. And just picture like like we have like meat shortages and things like that, how the world and everything is changing. You even got other people like Dame where he talk about, hunting his own food. When you in that type of line, you can go any type of way, bro. Like you can come out with your own. Now you putting meats in the meat section and things of that. You know what I mean? You coming out with a milk. When your brain is open like that and you got the potential to make these things happen, man. You know what I mean? Salute to you, man.
Nah, bro, it's like, look at everybody. They started selling hand sanitizer, Twizz.
Exactly. Salute G3.
Like you're saying, meat shortages,
Exactly.
anything like that, man. I just remember the other day I was at the store. I was trying to buy some diapers for my nephew. They didn't have the threes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So boom,
Facts.
diapers, So that's why Snoop and Master P were saying like everybody goes to the grocery store. Never mind everybody going to the street corner. You know what I mean? Because that's cool for you. You know what I mean? Like that's cool for you. You solo. You don't want to bring the wife there. You don't want to bring the kids there. But Walmart, a place like Walmart, a place like TJ Maxx, a supermarket. This is a place that's friendly for everyone and their family to go to as well. And spend their money.
That's boss moves when you can go down the market and you see, let's just say a hot sauce made from Master P. I was just in a wine and spirits, picking up a bottle the other day. And what did I pass? The Snoop Dogg wine. You know what I mean? These things right here, it's just like, you know what I mean? That's you can't knock an entrepreneur, man. You can't.
So when I was starting this thing off, I noticed that Master P oddly popped up doing an interview with Snoop Dogg, and those Master P shoes that everyone has been so critical over made an appearance at the end of the video, and Snoop actually said they were fire, Twizz.
Facts.
But Twizz, let me ask you, man, why do you think Snoop Dogg popped up out of nowhere with Master P? Now, Snoop is the real godfather of the West Coast, man.
Well, it's the loyalty. It's when you know what somebody did and you know who this person is, and you hear him getting torn down. It don't matter if it's on the internet or in person. You know what I mean? When you know the level of a person and how good-hearted and business-minded somebody like Master P is, you know what I mean? You gonna clap back at that. And that says a lot, like you said, from him being Snoop is always one of the biggest faces of the West Coast. Where you had someone from the West Coast that was dissing P, and now you got one of the big faces, vouching for him. You know what I'm saying? What can you say?
Damn, so you think really Snoop Dogg saw that all that shit that Wack 100 was saying about No Limit hasn't been relevant in 20 years and they took all your masters? You think he really saw that shit?
Absolutely. And I'm not going to say he sat there and watched it, but, no matter how famous somebody is, they got people around them like, damn, Snoop, Uncle Snoop, you heard this guy talking about P like that? You know what I mean? It's like that with a lot of times where like artists, people up on the higher pedestal, when they respond, a lot of times people bring it to their attention and they like, oh no, we gotta address that.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Twizz, because I was just sort of saying the other day that we never really have heard anybody come at Master P like this. Nobody come and try to say that the entire legacy of No Limit is like whack or something like that. He's like, yo, you don't even own your own shit. You don't own your own house. Your new endorsements with Noodles. It's the reason you're doing an endorsement with Noodles is because of your past. It's like, what?
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
We
That's
never
disrespect.
we never heard nobody talk about Master P like that, man. Especially that, even Birdman. Like, I haven't seen the viral interview of Birdman saying, "I did it bigger than Master P ever could have thought he would have did it." People just don't do some disrespectful shit, distasteful, disrespectful shit like that, Twizz.
And to discredit P like that is crazy because he just dropped I Got the Hookup too a few years back. And it wasn't the biggest movie. It wasn't nothing where you go in there and sit in the movie theaters and go crazy for it. It can't outdo part one. That's why I always say certain movies, most movies don't deserve a part two. Just leave it classic. But with that being said, everybody in that movie got paid. It was an interview where what's his name? Fat Boy SSE, whatever his name is.
Yep, Fat Boy was talking.
Yeah, he was on the interview talking about, Master P was giving him $1 million. And I think he gave him like half of it up front and still owed him another half. And that's just him. You got other people in there. And after that movie and time went on, I never heard nobody complaining about that money. And let's look at it like this. Did he make the money back that he put out? No, people don't talk about that. I doubt he made the money back that he put out. But that don't stop him. And that just shows you a real entrepreneur is going to be losses. It's going to be like Wack money is more secure because he's not digging out his bank account and giving out millions. He's going to these investors and going off of these budgets, and that's why he want to keep these tight relationships with the Nick Cannons, with the Birdmans. So when he got a business proposition, he go to this guy to put the money up and get the artist to put this money up. All he doing is middleman and everything. It's a difference.
Snoop Dogg said P could have got a piece of everything I did when I left, because that's just the standard business. But you allowed me to grow into my own businessman. This kind of reminds me, Twizz, of like when Eazy-E got left by Dr. Dre and all those talents when they all went from Ruthless to Death Row. Eazy-E was ultimately able to go get a percentage, even though he had to go to court to get it. We've seen this shit play out in, history recently as well. But Master P, from what Snoop is saying, he let Snoop walk free when he was done, man, and go become the entity that he is.
Facts, because P ain't do nothing but try to help everybody, bro. He helped people. And on top of that, let's not forget, like P said in the interview, I could easily hit Snoop up like, yo, let me get 10 million. No, I ain't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? When you somebody like that and you got these relationships with these people and you done so much for people in your life, somebody like him could never go broke. He ain't broke. He has wealth, like wealth that falls from the mental to the spirit to how you move. You know what I mean?
Master P said, when you do right, God will keep blessing you. I got out of the music business and you took over the music business. Talking to Snoop. People don't realize I keep growing and evolving. My life isn't about music. He went on to say what you had said, Twizz. Snoop has a Def Jam deal. If I wanted a deal from Def Jam, I could say, Snoop, let me get $10 to $20 million. Master P never used his Snoop Dogg card. You know what I mean? He didn't just try to, let everybody be like, yo, I got this. They made the history they made. And that's why I think it's even more impactful that Snoop Dogg is coming to his aid right now and appearing with him in video, Twizz.
Facts. You know what I mean? a true brotherhood. Nothing could get in between that. And when you know what the truth is, salute Josh. I salute Snoop for even standing up like that, because you know that means a lot when you got somebody vouching for you and you know pretty much keeping your name certified.
All right, so here's a little sidebar. Snoop Dogg, apparently Snoop is bringing Benny the Butcher to Def Jam. Pusha T apparently is heading over to Def Jam as well. Bro, Def Jam is looking really, really sturdy right about now with rappers like that over there, Twizz.
Facts, man. With these artists and with them being able to get put in a position where they can put music out instead of just having the artist sitting in the top. And I know Benny been putting music out, but like Pusha, a great lyricist. It's just for some reason he don't get to put as much music out as I feel like he should.
Yeah, you're right, man. You are right. And I thought he was supposed to be doing a 2-album deal on that last one, but didn't we get 2 albums though? Did we get Daytona and King Push?
Yeah, I believe so. I know
Right.
it was the one. Yeah, definitely.
Right. But so Master P and Snoop Dogg spoke on being broke. Master P said, "I got $1 million credit card. They did change my limit to $700K. My broke is a lot of people's rich." What do you make of that, Twizz? Master P really stunted right there. 700K limit.
Facts, because he just saying like one of my cards is worth that, and I don't know how much income Wack got, but I doubt that he got over 4 or 5 million. You know what I mean? I can't see him having over that. You know what I mean? Like, it can't be from music. That's one thing for sure, bro. Because at the end of the day, it ain't like he's sitting on A-list artist that's lit right now, on top of him being the manager. You know what I mean?
So another big issue, is that they brought up is doing something good when nobody is looking. Snoop had said there's work that we do that we don't ever put on camera, and we don't want no credit for that, but that's what we do. This is like recently, Twizz, when Shaq actually brought that. Did you see the video where Shaq bought a kid some sneakers? Apparently, he bought him a few other things as well, man.
Yeah, I seen Shaq buy a kid sneakers a few times. Definitely one time I remember the kid was like a tall kid and his mom couldn't afford the shoes for him or something like that. And so he, got him some shoes and all of that. So yeah, certain people, especially like Snoop and P, these guys been doing things for people behind scenes for years.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It just shows, bringing up the growth of Snoop and Master P. The growth of Snoop is really evident, and for people who don't understand what I'm talking about, they're actually going to, because some of the younger kids, Twizz, they might not just know Snoop as like this popular music icon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they're actually going to make a TV show about the life of Snoop, where he actually beat that murder charge. So I think that's going to be one of the most interesting things on television next year.
Facts. They might have a No Limit John coming. I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Twizz.
That joint would be heavy though. They got a strong story.
Bro, that's what Wack 100 should be working on right now. Never mind dissing this man. He just flopped. He just flopped out the deal with Suge, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said they legitimately said to Wack 100, or Wack 100 said this. They said, "Listen, we don't want to do the business with Suge. Bring us back something else."
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're gonna diss Master P? Why not bring them back the No Limit miniseries, Twizz?
Exactly. It's a reason behind that. Believe that.
So Master P addressed those who like to play in the mud. No, but he also said, Master P said, we come from the streets. We can get it out of the mud anytime we want to. Master P said, but Master P said, I'm going to tell you about the mud. Pigs like to play in the mud. We don't. When you step your feet in some shit, you ain't going to be able to get out of it till you clean the shit off. That's why we humble and we're about celebrating the next generation. That quote right there showed me what being humble is all about, man. Like it really, if anybody ever wants to ask what is being humble, it's like it's right in that statement when he said, when you step your feet in some shit, you ain't going to be able to get out of it till you clean that shit off. So that's why we humble. That's why you're supposed to be humble, so you don't get yourself into any shit that you have to clean up. As long as you're humble, you're not going to really disrespect anybody and shit like that. Wack 100 could be playing the humble card right now, Twizz, and he could be winning if he was playing the humble card. But he wants to play that card that he's allegedly telling 6ix9ine not to play. That card where you jump on the internet and you make a video every day that does 1 million views because you're shooting your mouth off at everybody?
Facts. Because he wanted to be in the spotlight, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being the true businessman that he's supposed to be, there should be a lot more behind the scenes moves being made. You know what I mean? Like, and on some real rap, like, it's nothing wrong with if he popped up maybe on Clubhouse or an interview and said how he feel. You maybe 1 or 2 times, bro, but it's like every day out the week, it's like he talking about this person, he talking like it's just goddamn. You know what I'm saying? You got this much dirt on everybody, bro. It's no way. It's no way in hell, bro.
Well, he was promoting his podcast, Twizz. I called it. I think I called it, right? He was coming up with a podcast.
Yeah, you did call it. You definitely called it. Yeah.
It was pretty obvious, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But doesn't his set look a little bit too familiar to Academic's set? Like, why is he like, come on, dude? You're gonna do the all red set. Academics already has the all red set.
You already know Act hooked him up with the Act pack. He like, I got another office and go over to Studio 12.
It's red,
like Studio 12. Well, he a Pyru, so he probably good with that. You know what I mean?
He's like, red's cool.
Bro, red.
Red's cool with me. So Master P decided to jump back into the swing of things. Why do you think he decided to remix the track Stop Hating at Look at These Haters? Why do you think he decided to like re-record the joint, I believe?
I guess just to, point it out more because of what's going on as far as everything. You know what I mean? I guess he probably just felt it probably was a spur of the moment thing. He ain't overthinking it nothing. He like, I'm gonna just get straight to the point because I could do what I want type of move right there.
Doing music though, man, you know what I'm saying? Like he just did it. He just did it because they said he couldn't, I think.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but like now Snoop Dogg is jumping in the video and they're literally doing everything in the video, man. They got the first of all, they have some matching shirts on from a tour. They're about their money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just doing bullshit black t-shirts, you know what I mean? They're getting some real touring merch, but also Twizz, what do you make of all the other stuff? All the products that Wack dissed, like the potato chips, the noodles, all these products that he dissed, and now Snoop Dogg is marketing them. When you see Snoop Dogg marketing something, you immediately want to try it.
Facts. I mean, the product gonna sell itself. And it was more so throwing it in his face, like you can say this and that, but all this stuff's still moving. And I got this energy drink I just dropped. You know what I mean? Like he got seasoning and everything out, bro. So it's just about the more places he can get it manufactured, it can sell. Because when you're doing them type of things, you ain't gotta put on the bottle, oh, this Master P hot sauce. It can just be a brand of hot sauce and it's on the shelves in Walmart. it might be that old lady that's just walking past, like, oh, I'm gonna try this. Like, oh, this go great in my, they might, you know what I'm saying? So those type of things can sell themselves regardless.
Yeah, Twizz. It would actually be Master P sauce, and then in
Mm-hmm.
parentheses, hot, mild, and
Mm-hmm.
regular. You know what I mean? They would all be the Master
Right.
P sauce, but he would have or Chipotle, hot, you know what I mean,
Exactly.
mild. And then that woman walking by, if she didn't want the hot, she could get the the Chipotle or whatever.
Exactly, man. It just show you the level that he's on, because it's like, bro, are you creating these products yourself? Like, it's so many questions that could be asked, you know what I mean, before you know what I'm saying, without putting the hate in there, bro. The hate, to me, it don't make no sense. I can see if P was disrespecting Wack, if he said something about him, or really like disrespecting Nick Cannon, if that's who he felt as though he was originally defending. But it was never none of that. P was talking to him on an interview, how I'm pretty sure P would talk to him if no camera was on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And in that interview, Nick Cannon, I don't get why this man would diss somebody on the internet that Nick Cannon literally called a mentor on an interview. He literally called this man a mentor like figure in an interview, Twizz, and now Whack 100 is dissing this man.
Facts. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It's like trying to it's like trying to discredit Jordan because he ain't in the league no more. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make no sense, bro.
This shit don't make no sense. This shit don't make no sense. Yeah, that's like 1 second. Just hold on for me real quick.
Salute to the chat too, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Much love and respect. You know how we carry it. I can't see the comments, but I know y'all dropping some good ones under there.
But no, Twizz, I wanted to ask you, why do you think Snoop, we talked about him doing the interview, but why do you think Snoop decided to actually jump and do the music video spot for look at all these haters?
Cause he just gonna support whatever P want to do. You know what I mean? He gonna support it. And at the end of the day, Master P, I'm pretty sure, taught him things that he didn't know before he built that relationship with P. And he also known, like you said earlier, P didn't get him in there and try to keep him for the rest of his life under that deal. It was like, bro, you know what? You want to do what you do. We had a great time together. I hope you benefited. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like leaving on no bad terms or things of that nature. You ain't have to hear about Snoop trying to take him to court for money he owe him or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So, when you live good, and it's hard to come across people like P, bro. I'm sorry. It's hard. Like I don't care if Wack had 30 million, he could never be the person that P is, because he's too, he moved too snakey-ish, bro. Like, for an artist, I wouldn't even want to be under nobody like P. I mean, nobody like Wack. It just seemed like it would be issues somewhere down the line, bro. Contracts or something wouldn't be right. And he'd give you a million reasons why things is, you know what I'm saying, why things are the way they is, bro.
Calvin says Snoop only had $3 million when he left Death Row. Suge Knight robbed him as well. $3 million?
And they was really jerking artists back then too. Salute, Blue, salute. They was really jerking artists back then in them 90s. So a lot of artists was getting done dirty, bro.
Wow. Wow, man. So Twizz, there's something else I wanted to ask you about. I don't think you got the comment on NBA YoungBoy's album sales for the new tape Colors, did you?
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't catch that topic.
So The last album he put out, September, I want to say it was September 2021. It was called Sincerely Kentrell. His first name is Kentrell. It sold 137,000 units. He was locked up at the time. And then he releases this album, January, or Tape, and it actually sold 69,000 units first week.
Damn.
Do you think maybe he released it a little bit quick? The label's calling it a tape in comparison to the Sincerely Kentrell being an album. And one other note, Twizz, Sincerely Kentrell actually moved 71,000 units in its second week. So he did more in his second week than he actually did in his first week on this new tape.
And that's surprising, bro, because it's like he's such a trending topic and he got some diehard fans, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That's like shocking. I don't know what's maybe like you said, the advertisement, the promotion probably wasn't all the way there. He might have just dropped it out the clear blue, but that don't even sound right, bro. I would have thought that he definitely would have hit over 100.
Yeah, it's kind of odd that he sells on. It's kind of odd that he actually sells less units when he's out of jail, and he kind of, he kind of gave the people what they wanted if they wanted this little Dirk beef. But do you think that's not what the people wanted, Twizz?
They did want it. You know, people love all the beef and the gossip, and it's just so much because it's, you know, you got the two camps that went back and forth, everything with Vine and all of that. So it's like, you know, the people is tuned in, bro. Like NBA YoungBoy, he get on Instagram for 5 minutes, it's going to shoot up to the ceiling, bro. You know what I mean? People is definitely tuned into him. Who knows? He might be getting, you know, people might be holding his music back for a reason as far as the people that be controlling that stuff, bro. You know what I mean? It might be like part of a punishment where they're not trying to let him get, you know, all them streams and all of that, bro.
And another thing I want to ask you about is actually NLE Choppa pushing back his album when he was reportedly set to go against NBA YoungBoy. Choppa has done just about every publication you can imagine this week. The Breakfast Club. He just did $1 million worth of game tonight. Do you think he pushed it back more so to get all of that promotion in line rather than being intimidated by a show off with NBA YoungBoy?
Maybe he probably did it for promotion because he's like a businessman. On top of that, you know, he be like, you know what I'm saying? He do a lot of business moves also around music. Salute Jay Brown. So it's possible that he trying to make a business strategy.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking at first that because, you know, last week we went over his drawn out, you know, album release with all of those features that he's done and all of the singles that they released. And I was just kind of like, wow, they didn't release the album. Oh, he needed to do academics. He needed to do $1 million worth of game. Yeah, so that makes sense. Appreciate you for tapping in, Jay Brown. Major salute. So let's jump into this, man. Straight Drop shows up to court. And I think this is the third time he's shown up to court.
Yeah, I believe so.
He's shown up to court now 3 times. Straight Drop and his Cody were in court just 10 to 12 days ago. Actually, I think it was 10 to 12 days ago, but they had a 9-day continuance. And they showed up without a lawyer when asked about a week ago, and they were given 9 days. And I felt like that was kind of like a lack of time. Do you think in reality they just didn't ask for the right amount of time to get a lawyer, Twizz?
Yeah, I believe in reality they definitely that, you know what I'm saying? And secondly, I don't think that they realize that they probably can't afford a lawyer. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, you can't afford a lawyer, bro. We talking about a body case, bro. I don't think people be clearly understanding. That's why, like, I forgot who said it, but like, it was like a rapper talking about like, you gotta have money to go to war. You know what I mean? It's a fact. These young boys be out here so quick to shoot something. They think because they got 10, 20, 30,000 that they, King Kong on top of the world, bro. That's not even enough for a lawyer for a body, let alone a high profile case like that. Like, people don't understand what would come, like a lot come with that. The lawyers, when they pick up certain cases, they be getting like death threats, all types of things, bro, just for defending certain people. You know what I mean? So the average lawyer for a body, you paying at least like 50, 60,000, 65,000. You know what I mean? And they charge you in portions. Like, they charge you for pre-trial, arraignment, preliminary, all that stuff. Real rap, Trench Baby, they charge you for all that. And when it's a high profile case, they charge you double that. You know what I mean? That's why when you hear about, sometimes triple that, that's why like people like Snoop, look at his case, how much money had to get dished out for his lawyers and the proper representation, where you might damn near have to kick out $1 million to really have the best representation to get you through all stages of court, bro.
Twizz, real quick, before we're gonna get right back to this, real quick. Blue Yellow says Yo Gotti is better than NBA YoungBoy. Agree or disagree?
I listen to Gotti more. Like, I don't really listen to NBA YoungBoy like that. Like, I know some guys in my age group that do. I'm not knocking it, but I listen to Gotti music more. I can relate to like the trap music more than just the, pick up the Draco and do this and that all day. You know what I mean?
Trench Baby says you can't compare that. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point, Trench Baby. So, Twizz, straight dropping his Cody. They entered the courtroom just yesterday with no lawyer present. Twizz, were you shocked? Like, were you shocked that Straight Drop really just showed up with no lawyer once again?
Yeah, I wasn't shocked. I just think that they don't understand what they was into. They be thinking when them type of guys get in them positions, they think about their grandma that got the good credit, they auntie that been working with the city for 30 years. And what they do is they turn into their original child they was. Like, please, like, they got me for something I ain't do. Now you got auntie and grandma on the phone, like, all right, baby, don't worry about it. We gonna call the lawyers tomorrow. So they be thinking like, yeah, it's under control. And then when they call back and talk to grandma, they be like, he said he won $130,000 and I ain't got that money. I can't help you. And then it's like, what they do is they try to link auntie up with grandma and grandma with cousin. And then sometimes you might have a person like, I put 20,000 to it. And then that person disappeared because they start thinking about it like, bro, like, I need this or that. So it be a lot of that going on where they rely on family members. Their family members be like, sit tight, we gonna get you out. And then them family members talk to these lawyers and they be like, whoa, I didn't know it would be, you know what I'm saying? Like, reality start kicking in. If you gotta reach out to family to get a lawyer, bro, for that, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna happen. Unless your family is up like that. Like,
Everybody
real
share
rap.
this video. Share this video. Hit that like button, you guys. So Twizz, do you think that the local lawyers in Memphis are not interested in representing for this case? Like, personally, I don't think that's the case. Lawyers will represent people with money.
Absolutely. Money talk. A person, you can have a lawyer that's a beast, and they're like, listen, I will beat the case for you. Give me 150,000 and I'll do the whole joint for you. Because that case gonna go to trial. You know what I mean? And a lot of times a lawyer going to tell you they're gonna beat it and you still might lose in trial. Ain't nothing you can do. But yeah, money talk, bro. Like, they ain't going, like I said, a lot come with that. When lawyers pick up them type of cases, they'd be getting threats from fans and things of that nature. But they brush it off and they cope with it. You know what I mean? But money talk.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Do do you think it's natural for people going through cases like this in Memphis or in New York or even Philly, to get a lawyer outside of the state? Like, if you're going through something like this in one of these cities, are you going to, like, if you can't get a local lawyer, are you going to go, like, if you're in Philly, are you going to get a New York lawyer?
No, well, I know everybody in Philly, they deal with Philly lawyers. Um, I never heard of it, but I believe it is probably possible. But when you're dealing with lawyers out of state, also, you might have a lot of times where a court case might come up, and then the lawyer will send somebody from their law firm on a certain day of court because they couldn't make it out there. You know what I mean? So it's most of the time it's best to deal with lawyers that's in your area. You know what I mean? Because lawyers, when they leave out of your court case, they got to go to another one, then another one. That's why a lot of times, if you ever had to deal with like legal issues and you speak to a lawyer, you never going to talk straight to them. You talk to that person at the front desk, and they might call you back that day. They might call you tomorrow. You might have to call them again. You know what I mean? That's why once you get locked in with your lawyer, you get their cell phone number because they be on the move. Like, they keep it moving.
So let's get into this situation when Straight Drop was heading into the courtroom with his co-defendant, and then they were actually told by the judge when they were in the courtroom on January 28th, they were told by the judge in regard to the legal representation that a judge ordered that they must have an attorney, Twizz, by February 4th. So that's only 5 or 6 days away at this point. And if they don't have an attorney by February 4th, one would be appointed to them. Twizz, do you think Straight Drop is looking at it as an embarrassment to say that he wants a public defender?
Yeah, man, you can only fraud but for so long, bro. You know what I mean? It just shows you a lot of times we be seeing these artists, these up and coming artists, and they be having their rentals and they little foreigns in the background. They pulling out stacks of money and all of that. And it's like you're not even prepared to deal with what come with that if you still in that street life. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like Straight Drop, he should have been able to turn himself in with a paid lawyer, bro. Like you got caught on the move because you wasn't trying to really dish that. And then he dogged more money while he was on the run. You know what I mean? Because he trying to live every day like it's his last and all of that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's an embarrassment. It just shows you, like they say, when fraud goes wrong. You know what I mean?
So if the court appoints a lawyer for Straight Drop, how much does it affect his chances of actually winning the case, Twizz?
It affects his chances 90%, like 92% of losing the case. The only way, I'm gonna tell y'all this, like when y'all got a lawyer representing y'all a PD, or you might have like out Philly, like I'm not sure if it's like that in every state, but you can have a public defender or you can have a court-appointed lawyer. A court-appointed lawyer is a real lawyer, and they got to do one free case every year. So if you get a court-appointed lawyer, you know what I'm saying, those are like your best chances. Other than that, the only other way you can have a PD that's going to even work is if you get a PD that's hungry and is really trying to become a lawyer and get his name out there. But like out Philly, like say if you in that situation and you got a PD representing you, every time you go to court, it's going to be a different PD. It's not going to be the same one. So all they try to do is get you to take the deal. They already, the judges don't be respecting the PDs, and a PD pretty much go with whatever the DA got to say. The DA be like, yo, tell him to cop out. We give him 30 to 60 years. If it go to trial and he lose it, he gonna get life without the possibility of parole, or whatever the charges that I don't know how that state work. But like I'll fully life meaning you gotta leave in the box. If they say life, it don't mean 50 years. Life mean you ain't coming out that joint. When you go upstate, they ask you, where do you want your body sent? When you gone, like what family members.
Like we were saying in the last video, in Tennessee, apparently life means 60 calendar years.
Facts. Different states mean different things. Yeah, I mean, but out PA, it ain't. When they say life without the possibility of parole, That ain't no 50, 60 years. Like, you in there till it's over.
So so Twizz, with these guys going into court and asking for another week to get their families to situate their lawyers, as we just heard you break down the whole conversation that goes on with a guy calling his family from the can. Do you think the judge is getting annoyed making all these continuances in the case?
I don't think he's getting too annoyed. I think he knows deep down inside his head that they're not going to get it. You know what I mean? Because it takes a while. Because, like, even when you get a lawyer, you got to put that deposit down for them to hurry up and represent you. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure that they don't got no. Because listen, bro, like, if you got family and you got issues, like when you go in that jail, way before your preliminary court date, you getting calls from the jail. So the first thing you do is get your lawyer set up. Yeah, so and so, like, go see this lawyer. But this is before you even come into to your what you call it, to your preliminary hearing. You get all that set up before that. You don't come in preliminary dealing with a case like that. That means his family, he already was talking to his family before the first court date that he even had, bro. You know what I mean? So if they ain't found a lawyer by now, his family is probably just trying to find an affordable lawyer. Big facts, Bill. What's up, bro? He said
Twizz,
Twizz should have
man.
been a lawyer.
Twizz, when you say an affordable lawyer, I mean Kelvin Moore is saying 60K will have started the first appearance. But when you say an affordable lawyer, man, how much do you really think they're going to be able to get a lawyer for? Are they going to be able to get a lawyer for $7,000 or $8,000?
No, that's impossible. And just like it was just said, like I was telling you, they break it down. Like the lawyer would charge you for each portion of court. You know what I mean? They'd be like, I do preliminary, arraignment, and pretrial for this. If they go to trial, we're gonna need another 60,000. So it's like, 7,000. That's impossible for a body, let alone a high profile joint like that.
Yeah, let alone two people.
Exactly.
So the judge said if you have a lawyer hired, that's fine. But as I told you 10 days ago, I can't allow you to sit in jail week after week, month after month without a lawyer. Twizz, do you think that could possibly be a part of their plan whatsoever? The fact that they don't have a lawyer playing in their favor. I don't really think that they can be thinking that at all.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like when they first did it, and Straight Drop, the guy that's booked with Straight Drop, he came up first and he was like, "Give me a week." So when Straight Drop came up, he was like forced to say it too. It's like, you know what, give me a week too, instead of him saying like, you know what, I can't afford it, and then you get pinpointed to PD right then and there. Because even what people don't realize is he could have got appointed to PD right there, but if you get lawyer money in that process, then the lawyer will take that case over.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just for them having the same exact answer, it just seemed like they just going with the flow, bro. You know what I mean? But deep down inside, when they lay down in the middle of the night and can't get to sleep on that cot, bro, they thinking like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, what I get myself into.
I had watched one of the press conferences, Twizz. Well, I believe we went over it as well. Where they had said that the judges in Tennessee, they move pretty quickly to make sure people have representation because they don't want to be in violation of that or whatever. Is that pretty much how it works in Philly as well? Like if they're pretty much going to make sure you got that public defender?
Heck yeah, like I know like times I was in that joint, bro. If you ain't got your lawyer when it's time for preliminary, they automatically got a PD for you, bro. They don't even be like, did you got somebody to represent? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's all they, I mean, bro, like your lawyer got to be like, I'm here representing my client. Other than that, they be having 4 or 5 PDs just sitting around the courtroom and they pick that joint up ASAP. If you ain't got no lawyer, bro, if ain't no lawyer checking with the court, the clerk, however they do it, they automatically smack the PD on you.
Yeah, the situation's pretty crazy with Straight Drop. Apparently they've got 5 days. So if you had to Now let's kind of talk about if they're gonna get the public defender in 5 days.
Mhm.
Do you think they're gonna be able to retain a lawyer unless they have a lawyer in the family, possibly, Twizz?
Probably not, because like I said, the first day of them getting locked up, when you go in there
Right.
and you go through the receiving room and all of that, when you get that first phone call, that's what you setting up. You know what I mean? And even if you gotta take the time to get a few phone numbers, by the time your preliminary court joint, like you would be in contact with somebody and something that have to be on go.
Yep, exactly. Somebody would have showed up to his first hearing if he
Hmm.
actually had a lawyer in the family.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that, Twizz. So what are you saying? Like, if they were gonna put up the house for a lawyer, would they still be in the process? Wouldn't they have said that? Wouldn't they have? I mean, I don't think would a week be enough time?
I'm not sure how the houses work with lawyers. I know you can put a house up for bail, but like to put a house up for a lawyer, meaning like you put a house up for a lawyer, it's like you basically giving the lawyer your house. That's the
Yep.
only way I can see it. You know
Yep.
what I
It's
mean?
been
So
done before, Twizz.
yeah, so you know what I mean. If they feel like they got somebody that got property, but then the thing is,
Your house is gone.
depend. Yeah, the house is going, and how much is the property worth? You know what I mean? That's another thing right there.
Right. Maybe you'll be able to get some money back. If you say, okay, we'll sell the house and I'll pay you the $100,000 for the case.
Yeah, like I said, the house would have to be worth a chunky amount for them to even sell it, and damn sure to think they gonna get some money out of it. So somebody would have to be in it and like flipping houses and got like 7, 8 houses, and they like I put 2 houses up for him. You
Right.
know what I mean? So who knows? You know his people's situation and all of that.
Right.
But I
You wouldn't put up your house if it's only worth 120 or $130,000, knowing you got to give 100,000 away. You wouldn't have enough to buy
exactly,
another house.
exactly. That's why you would have to have properties on deck.
Yep. So Twiz, man, let's get into this situation with FBG Duck, man. And I guess the affidavit was released. Why was the affidavit released at this point? Is it because these guys have been locked up a little over a year and trial must be coming up or something?
Yeah, like they've been got their affidavits or whatever, but it's just hitting on the mainstream. Like the ones that got booked, they already in there. They know what it is, but now it's like hitting the internet and everything.
So there were 4 masked shooters in this case with FBG Duck, man. And I just want to talk to you about one of the guys involved right now, Wap,
Hmm.
man.
Hmm.
Wap, who, in comparison to Straight Drop had, 100,000 views on one of his videos in July of 2021. And then after Dolph's passing, he had 300,000 views on a video. This guy, Wap, who is now in jail awaiting trial, he had videos with King Von with 5 million views. He had videos on his own Twizz with 2 million views, over 1 million views, man. Why the hell would this guy put his career on the line to go at FBG Duck? It's not like King Von
Well,
had been taken out at that point.
one thing about just to go back with straight dropping them, I'm not sure how serious the situation was. To me, it seemed more so like jealousy. But when it come to like Muwap and like F, FBG Duck and all of them, like it's serious, bro. Like if it wasn't rap, it would still be going on. We got real, you know what I'm saying, real gang affiliated guys that's going back and forth. And now they on public platforms, twisting that up with the streets and everything. So them Chicago guys, bro. That's you know what I'm saying. That's how they get down. Like it's about the code. It's about what they loyal to. You know what I'm saying, to the point where they don't even care, bro. You know what I mean? They put what they stand for in front of
Twizz.
everything.
They don't care about their music career because, bro, when we're talking about music careers, his was substantially bigger than, you know what I mean, than the other dudes, than Straight Drops. Muwop is almost on the level of a key Glock.
They care about their music career as far as the fame, as far as the financial that's coming through, but they also care about street credibility. You see how you got people that was credible, like Chief Keef, and they be like, he can't come back to old block. He can't. So these guys, they want to be rich and still want to be able to pull up in the projects with they, where people can be like, you know what I'm saying, they solid, like they real, like they really get busy. They not just rapping it. So they want to have the streets on lock and also get that, the income, the financial income from the music. You know what I mean? That's just how they get down. Even though the two don't add up, you're gonna crash eventually. But unfortunately, them Chicago guys that you know what I'm saying, they don't play no games out that gym.
Twizz, do you think that they were not seeing the financial income from the music, and that's what kept them on that aggressive tip?
Well, the aggressiveness was in them before the music. When you still tied up in the streets, most of the time you don't think. You don't sit down and think. You don't think things out. Like, is it really worth it? I got a daughter at home. No, they don't think that. They think this dude disrespected me. I ain't going out like that. The whole world seen this guy disrespect me. I'm gonna catch him. Because they was getting real like disrespectful with each other. And out there, that's just how, you know what I'm saying, that's how they get down. All of them, bro. Most of them. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, man. Geek says SV Twizz is very intelligent. Yeah, tap in. That's the hood blogger.
Appreciate it. Salute.
Appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, man. We're just right now getting into the FBG topic. So there's all types of new information that's being released, Twizz, as far as there being video evidence, surveillance from literally the crew, the O'Block crew, who actually came to the scene where FBG Duck was, and they literally timed everything out from cameras throughout the city, even to the point where the O'Block crew left the vehicle that they later went on to find, and impound and search and collect evidence from. How could they move so sloppy knowing that they're going to a district? Well, are you saying it's just blatant disregard, Twizz? Because they leave a vehicle that's going to be found, but they also are going to an area heavily populated with cameras.
I mean, that's why I like the mob did it the best. A lot of times when it comes to these inner hoods and all of that, and your adrenaline rushing, and you about to blow on somebody, and you start blowing it, your head get, you know what I'm saying, you get lightheaded. You ain't thinking properly. It's like being in the, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of a brawl or something. Your brain is not ticking how it's supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, regardless if you're the one throwing it or somebody throwing it at you, you don't think right. People don't have organized plans where, for one, and not to, justify it or glorify it, but they should have had somebody that was behind that wheel at all times. And whatever wheel they was in shouldn't have led back to them. They should have been able to hop in that, get out of that, and make sure ain't no prints or nothing on that. Then y'all get in y'all real wheel and y'all spin off. But dudes be pulling up on people with cars registered to their baby moms and this and like, you know what I'm saying? And things go left. They might see a cop coming up the street or witnesses coming, and they get nervous and paranoid. They see one dude running, now they are running and cutting through alleys. Now it's like, bro, y'all done did half of the forensics job right there, bro. You know what I mean? That case not gonna be hard to close, and they think they be home for 3, 4, or 5 months. They like, oh yeah, sweet, we got away with it. We smoking on this and that. Bro, homicide to kick your door, and 20 months later, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So that's just the sloppiness and the recklessness and another unfortunate situation that shouldn't have really happened. You know what I mean?
Man. Twizz, one day later, the investigators actually found the vehicle and they towed the car and they searched it once it was impounded, and then they found information to charge Charles Liggins, who was known as C. Murda. And so then they also they also were talking about some diss tracks in this article I was reading. Diss tracks that were basically, you know, taking shots at rival gang members, man. You know, so, you know, we've seen diss records from rapper to rapper, man, but now these guys are literally taking shots at other gang members, you know, chipping away at that credibility that you were just talking about that they care about more than anything. So now they've got a record forever. It exists forever. You know, like a gangster looks at it like, yo, he just Tupac hit him up to me.
Facts. And it's even deeper than that because Tupac hit him up was a friendly diss track compared to what these guys are saying now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was them saying like it get real disrespectful when you talking about, you know, people that's not here no more. You know, it's like you taunting it, you know, and these guys all being active street guys, your blood gonna be boiling. Like this dude really playing with us. So it's like, man, that's where the retaliation gonna keep coming and going and this and that. You know what I mean? Like we was talking about before, you know what I mean? It's just that wave of music where, you know, it's just ignorance at the highest level, bro. You know what I mean?
So then the feds got a search warrant. They got a search warrant for, among others, Muwap's phone. So now you're Muwap dropping videos with millions of hits. And now the feds are coming in with a search warrant on your phone. Twizz, what are you thinking at that point? Is it over?
It's over because we all walk around. We all got iPhones. We all got Galaxies. That's a walking GPS, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a walking GPS. It's a walking wiretap. Everything. Your phone can be off and they still can pick it up. All them deleted text messages and them federale boys, they picking all of that up. Once them letter boys get a hold of your phone, bro, it's a wrap. You don't even have to have text or said nothing because now they know your whereabouts. They going, you know what I'm saying? They going to track that joint like, oh, he was here at this time. They gonna force you, bro. Like once they get involved, it's a wrap, bro.
So Twizz, they literally got footage. They literally have surveillance footage showing these dudes. They got footage of Liggins and Muwap literally running down a stairwell. You know what I'm saying? Running down the stairwell, and they're timing everything up to make it coordinate with with what happened to FBG Duck. So this guy, I got to take it back. This guy's doing 1 million, 2 million views per video, and he's still running down stairwells, you know, targeting people. It's just kind of crazy to me, Twizz. If we were doing 1 to 2 million views per video, we would be in Hollywood, you know, looking for our options in the world. But this guy's running down stairwells with gats and shit like that, apparently.
And that's why, like I said on a million other streams that we ran, that's why I salute Chief Keef and how he moved, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't be reckless like that. You know what I'm saying? And you even had somebody like King Von, where he was known for being a beast where he from. He even came back from a drama case. But even how he went out, if you notice, he was fighting. He ain't just pull up on Quando and all that and they start chopping on him or nothing like that. You know what I mean? You gotta move different, bro. Like when you're in a different position, you know, and for some reason, guys, they just believe they gotta get the job done themselves. They don't even be, you know what I'm saying, putting money out, you know what I'm saying, to get things done these days, bro. They just be running up on people themselves, bro. Like, I don't understand it, man. But I don't understand it, but I do understand it because with them, like I said, it's really back and forth stuff. And you got raps and stuff that's disrespectful, but you got people from both sides. They really dropping bodies behind cameras. And I'm not talking about necessarily the rappers, but you got guys from this gang that's not rappers that's really dropping people from this gang and back and forth. So it's like, you know, with the rappers, it's like the face of these gangs to the whole world. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, they just it's mixed up and you know, I can only see things getting worse, man. we was talking about it when we all was on the stream. It's like compared to when we lost Pac and Big up to now. When Pac and Big got lost, it was like damn. It was like when Elvis died or something, bro. Like, but now it's like regular, bro. We don't go 3-4 months no more without a rapper, you know, getting a life taken, bro. It's like it's like the norm now of rapping.
You know, I don't want to claim to know everything that was involved with FBG Duck situation,
Mm-hmm.
but so I guess the police had said that FBG Duck's his situation might have been, sparked by the statements that he had made about deceased members of the Black Disciples. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
um, this kind of is like going back to, like, in the past when people have been, targeted for their lyrics. Do you think it's like I was saying earlier, he wasn't mentioning a rap guy in these lyrics. He's mentioning
Mm-hmm.
a real like gangster group.
Well, what's unfortunate about that is, the Chicago gangs, they under surveillance already. So with y'all being under surveillance, like we heard, I believe like a year or two back, where they sent the FBI out there. You know, I mean, it might have been 2, maybe 3 years ago. So it been an out of hand problem. So now you got people that's putting it in music. So it's helping these guys, these investigators and all that, put pieces to the puzzle together. Like, oh, Tuka was this person. Oh, he was that person. They smoking on this. So they sitting behind the hip hop police and all of that. They just connecting the puzzle. You know what I mean? It is,
Car,
Car. That's a fact.
Car Bernard says it's tough being a rapper these days.
And it's tough being a rapper these days, depending on your style of music. And it's hard when you come from the trenches because you're going to rap about your lifestyle, even if you wasn't really in it, if you was around it. That's what you're going to rap about. The safest rappers, like I said, is the Drakes. And you got Yeezy from Chicago, but, we see his body art of music. You know what I mean? So it just depends on the energy you put out in your music. That joint gonna come back to you.
So this is a pretty shitty situation with FBG Duck, but right now it looks like there's going to be a lot more information coming out about it. Uh like I was saying, it happened quite a while ago, so I imagine the trial is going to be coming up, Twizz, with the fact that this actually happened in 2020, you know,
They,
actually August 4th, 2020.
when did they get locked? They just got locked up. What was that, like 6 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, or something like that? When they all got locked up.
Uwap got arrested. Uh, yeah, it might was it October of 2020?
Yeah, I know it wasn't too long ago because I remember seeing FBG Duck Mom and all that online. It's gonna take them probably like 3 years to get in trial for that. You know what I mean? They're gonna be
Yeah.
sitting in the county for a minute. So,
Yeah, you're
you
right.
know,
That is actually only 6 months. They're actually only 6 months in at this point.
yeah, so they're gonna be sitting up there for 3 years, 2, 3 years, 2.5 years.
Twizz has a channel, Geek. It's the Hood Blogger.
Salute, geek. Appreciate you, bro.
Jay Brown says, "What is the name of the new Snoop Dogg track with Master P?" Well, it's a remix or a remake of Stop
Mhm.
Hating, and it's called Look at All These Haters. And I don't believe Snoop Dogg is featured on it. Snoop Dogg isn't saying the hook, right? That's not Snoop on the
No,
hook.
he not.
No,
No, he not.
Snoop was mimicking the hook, but that was not Snoop on
Facts.
the hook.
Facts. It was when you see it, it's like they enjoying life and they not taking it too serious, man. See,
Look at
we were just
all
talking
these
about
haters.
Mikey. We were just talking about diss tracks. That's how the old heads do it. You know what I mean? They sit around, they pulling out products. They ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying, dead homies and things like that, man. You know what I mean? Enjoy life, bro.
Yeah, he
You made it out.
like I said, when he brought up that 700K credit statement, it's like, damn. If you were
He
just
let me
homie,
hold 100.
if you were just homies with Master P, you know, he could have hit up Master P to help with that whole Suge Knight situation with
Real
one
rap.
card.
Like Pete, bro, add me as an authorized user, bro. I need one of them Jones. You don't even gotta give me the card. Long with appreciate it, bro.
Let me see. What do we got here? All right. Let me see. So FBG Duck was actually going to buy some clothes for his son, Twizz. I just wanted to ask you, what do you make of the fact that they took a chance to get this man while he was in such a vulnerable position?
It just show you how serious they was, bro. He could have had his son with him. It wouldn't have stopped him, bro. And
He had his
that's just
girlfriend with him, bro. He had his girlfriend with him, and he had his friend with him.
And you know, as sad as it was, you know, they I don't even want to say that, but it's like, you know, it was a sad situation, but you know, it was a blessing that nobody else got hurt in the crossfire. Let me say that. You know, they made sure that they, you know, got who they wanted, because nowadays we in the era where people be with their wife and kids and all that, and people would tear the whole car out in front, you know, and hit everybody around you. But they
Well,
just was
his girl did get hit twice in the wrist.
Oh, she did? Oh
Yeah.
man, damn.
Yeah, and his friend got hit 3 times.
Oh damn, let me take that back then. So yeah, you know, it's a blessing his son wasn't with him. Let me say that. You know what I mean? You know, and it just show you the recklessness and the sloppiness with these guys, bro. And it's unfortunate, man, because truthfully, it could have went either way, man. You know, Duck Peoples could have caught one of them guys, and it could have been the same results. And that just shows you, like, is it really worth it, bro? Because when you were sitting in that cell, bro, it's like, come on, bro. Like, y'all control the narrative, bro. Like,
Bro,
if you
we
see
lost
how
that day we lost 5 lives because they're all going to jail forever, man. Like,
facts,
and like
facts.
Muwap really, you know, he obviously wasn't where FBG Duck was, but he had an opportunity to go there, you know, and like it just really stuns me, you know, because you know, guys like us, Twizz, we work so hard on our careers. That's why
Facts.
it really stuns me to like see something like this. These guys straight drop, throwing his career away. And his career wasn't even where Muwap's was. Muwap, I was just saying before you jumped on the stream, Muwap did like 1.7 million streams more than straight drop. And he just
Facts.
threw it all away, man.
The fame gassed these guys up more, man. You know what I mean? It gassed them up more. You know what I mean? Because, you know, with me being the age I am now, man, I'm mature. You know, I done made a lot of mistakes young and growing up, but, you know, being young and hard headed, and then you got these guys like, we appreciate Jay Brown. We appreciate it. When you young, hot headed, and you got people like taunting you on and saluting you, and it's like, you know, these people stroking your ego. You get on you. These guys put their Instagram live, and the first thing people was, oh, what about FBG Duck? I heard he said this, and you know what I'm saying, like people is like they making it roll. So you know, it's like crazy, bro, because they still young, man, and you know, unfortunately, some of them guys will never get a chance for their brain to mature and realize how dumb and foolish the things they are, because they were blessed to have a ticket out, bro. You blessed to have a ticket out. Move smarter, bro. It's like Dirk, like he kind of got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He got caught up with the Lil Vaughn situation, you know, but you know, these guys need to move way smarter, bro. It's like we get in the bag now, bro.
Yeah.
We can keep it on wax. Let's keep it like that, because people know what Chicago already hitting for. We ain't got to really run up on somebody and do all that, bro. But unfortunately, it's just real serious like that.
Yeah, little Dirk, he ran into quite a bit of situations before before he just what did he just decide like his music career was too important? Was it that he found love, Twizz?
Yeah, with Dirk, like I feel like Dirk, where he from, he want to say like I said earlier, he want to stay close, attached to the streets. These guys from Chicago, they don't want the reputation that Chief Keef got, and I love Chief Keef, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Keith was like the smartest guy, bro. And that's what these guys don't want. They don't want people on YouTube and on Instagram saying, he talking about he from O Block. He can't come back, bro. He can't come back. You know what I'm saying? And really,
or Twizz, vice versa. He left O Block. He's never gonna come back. You know, that's
what's the
kind
point?
of that's the stigma about Chief Keef right now.
What's the point?
Twizz, have you heard the new Gucci Man featuring Lil Durk, Rumors?
I didn't listen to the song, but I saw Gucci and Dirk together right after the Lil Tim diss. I saw them together.
Well, Twizz, NBA YoungBoy just raised him because NBA YoungBoy has now showed up with the baby.
Oh, I saw that video. They was getting loose in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
God.
And I like the baby too. You know what I'm saying? I love the baby music, bro. I love his energy and everything, man. But even with him being with the baby, like he not getting into them politics though. It's business. You know what I mean? But with Dirk dealing with Gucci, and we know that the guys that took King Von was from Atlanta. It's like, bro, I'm with the king of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with the big homie. The big homie is stamping me. Yep. So that was just a shot. Like I'm out of Atlanta. I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? It was on that. I'm not sure if they was in Atlanta, but you know what I mean. That was just the vibes I got off that drink.
And let me say, I'll talk about Rumors a little bit. Lil Durk did the hook on Rumors. I think that was a brilliant move for Gucci Man to get Lil Durk on one of his hooks. Like I've been saying on this channel for probably a year or so now, Lil Durk right now is the most melodic rapper of the moment. You know what I'm saying? He's got the most appealing voice to the game, in my opinion, right now. And I think and Gucci Man is a genius. But I honestly believe that NBA YoungBoy one-upped him with that whole DaBaby thing because DaBaby arguably is in a better position than Gucci Man right now, even with that whole little slip-up he had late last year, Twizz.
You think he in a better position than Gucci? Like, what you mean, like music-wise or financially?
Dropping music-wise and touring-wise. He has better touring music, Twizz. I'm sorry to say.
But Gucci's still the big homie, though. I'm not sure how the numbers and all that work, but I like DaBaby is DaBaby. I listen to DaBaby more than I listen to Gucci. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. DaBaby music, that joint be slapping. But Gucci, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? He big bro, though, like, you know what I mean?
Gucci, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't released an album in quite some time, unless I think he's gearing up for one right now.
Yeah, but I don't know.
All right,
that's
all right, Twizz, let's debate it. Scam Remo says Gucci Man knows how to find talent. I'm gonna go ahead and say that DaBaby is bigger than all the talent that Gucci Man found as well. Fujiano, obviously, even Pooh Shiesty. DaBaby's bigger.
Pooh Shiesty ain't get a long enough stretch in his career. I don't know. It's hard to put DaBaby up with artists. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gucci is in a different. Like, they not even comparable artists. That's like trying to compare DaBaby to somebody like T.I. or something like that. Like they different. They different. You know what I'm saying? It's different, bro. Like DaBaby is an artist still making his name. Gucci name is already in cement.
All right, so DaBaby's album Kirk in 2019. Okay, I got the sales here. Gucci Man has never had as good of sales as DaBaby. Like DaBaby's album in 2020 April 2020, the album that was called Blame It on Baby, it sold 124,000 first week. And then his album before that, Kirk, from September 2019, it sold 145,000 units. Gucci
Well,
Mane's albums don't sell that much, Twizz.
well, you know why? Because the baby is more commercialized. Like a little kid will walk around listening to the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like the baby is a commercialized artist. Gucci is strictly for the streets. Yeah, I mean, Gucci talk to the streets. Gucci ain't never changed. You know what I mean? And like I said, the baby make great music. I listen like today. I got more of the baby music than I'm spending in Gucci.
I
You
can
know what I
tell,
mean?
Twizz.
But
That's why
yeah,
you're
but
kind of shocked to hear that the baby is actually in a bigger position right now.
yeah, definitely. I mean, probably as artists and sales and things like that. But Gucci is big bro though. Like the baby, not even who did the baby ever put on? You can't really
Bro,
compare him to
Stunner for
Gucci.
Vegas. Stunner for Vegas. He's popping, Twizz.
Yeah,
But
that's
yo,
true.
Twizz, I got the State verse Raderick Davis, which is arguably Gucci's biggest album, the State verse Raderick Davis. It moved 90,000 copies in its first week,
And what year was that?
2009.
And then I know like around them years, like it was still actually album sales where people was buying wax. And where I come from, and I'm pretty sure around the world, a lot of us we was buying bootleg CDs. So most people wasn't walking in real album stores and stuff, actually purchasing an album. Where nowadays it's the internet era where he got the like 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 the baby audience is different than Gucci Man's. But I still
Um,
wouldn't compare him to I couldn't compare him to Gucci myself.
do you remember Georgia's Most Wanted 2010? that
Yeah, I
actually
remember that.
that actually sold 61,000 first week. The Return of Mr. Zone 6, 21,000. 2016, when he comes home from jail, everybody's looking. I want to say it was like 75,000 first week. Nope, 68,000 first week, right when he came home from jail, bro. I'm telling you, Gucci Man has not been on the baby status record sales wise.
But he gonna always be more of a legend than the baby. Always. It don't matter how long the baby in the game.
That's not true, Twizz. The baby has room to grow and make a legacy.
He do have room to grow. I'm not ain't gonna crush him like that. He got room to grow.
Let's see how old he is, man. I don't even know how old the man. He was born in 1991. Twizz. He's younger than me.
Yeah, he a young boy.
He's 30.
Definitely a young boy.
He's 30.
Yeah.
Hoffa, you're right. Sales don't buy respect, but I'm just saying,
Sure.
the baby has had a better sales history than Gucci Man. Oh my God! Please, Scam Reno. Do not bring up the Ferrari Boys album.
Let's not forget about Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka, bro, Waka done changed the music industry as far as not putting your all in the music and not being lyrical, but having one of the hypest songs, bro. Like, Waka music needs to hit hard. It's pop beats. He don't got to be lyrical. He changed the game. I will crush you.
He just crushed me right there. Jay Brown says it's because that ain't Gucci. The OG Gucci is a clone now. Is that a clone, Twizz?
Man, anything possible these days, man. You know what I mean? I'll tell you one thing, Gucci. Listen, everything Gucci, to me, he changed a lot since he came from prison. Only time I've seen the original Gucci, bro, was with the Jeezy and Gucci verses. It's like, oh, bro, like, you know what I mean? When he dropped that diss joint, I'm like, oh man, he brought the old Gucci back. He got disrespectful on that joint. Like,
so Twizz, man, I remember I had an opportunity to meet Gucci Man in Orlando, Florida.
Facts.
Or it was Palm Beach, actually. DJ Holiday had a show. I had just done an interview with DJ Holiday in Atlanta, so he was coming to Palm Beach. So I hit my boy up. It's Matic. I was like, "Yo, you got the purple on deck?" He's like, I got the good weed. I'm like, we're going to a Gucci Man concert. So I went and I picked my boy up, and then we went to the show and it was too late to get in. They were in the middle of the set.
Dang.
Moral of the story, weed is not everything.
Facts.
Lone Wolf TV says Waka Flocka found Lex Luger. So you were talking about Gucci Man finding a Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka went on in turn to find Lex Luger, who was a very popular producer at the time. What was his biggest credit?
Lex Luger or Walker's?
Lex Luger. Lex
I'm
Luger,
not sure what his biggest joint was.
He had, yes, I wanted to say it's blowing money fast. But also, you cannot discredit Hustle Hard.
Facts.
He also did where sorry, I just pulled up a list, you guys. Round of Applause, Waka Flocka, and Drake. I wanted to mention that since we were just talking about Waka Flocka. Round of Applause. Remember that joint?
Facts. I remember that joint. That joint was a hit.
Let's see. Let It Bang, ASAP Ferg and Schoolboy Q.
Okay.
You remember that one?
Not really.
No.
I don't remember it all. I don't remember it off top. Probably when I hear the actual joint, I don't remember it by the name though.
Bake Sale with Wiz Khalifa?
I don't remember that either.
All right, well, the last one I'm going to say I remember then is probably 9 Piece with Rick Ross.
Yeah, definitely that one.
Yeah, he had some dope joints, man. He did some shit with OJ the Juice Man.
Oh yeah. We can't forget about okay. You know what I'm saying? The Juice Man, bro. Juice Man was that guy.
Yeah, he was cool. Let me see. What do we got in the chat here? Everybody send your open questions right now. Mikey
Absolutely.
T, you bugging, put that blunt out. What are you talking about? What was I bugging about?
Salute to everybody in the chat too, y'all. Open questions, man. You know what I'm saying? Ask whatever y'all want, man. Drop them questions. And we're gonna keep it a stat.
Rick Ross, BMF. Twizz,
Yeah,
after watching the whole BMF series, did they need Rick Ross's BMF song, or would it just have thrown off the whole series?
Who knows? It might drop. It might still. Oh no! It probably don't fall in there on the strength of 50. It would be nice though if that joint came like somewhere down the line in the series of BMF. That would be fire, bro. Like that joint would be fire. Even Meech stamped that song, bro. Because I remember Jeezy was going at Rick Ross for that. But Meech liked this song, bro.
Lone Wolf TV said, "Who is Twizz? Who is Twizz's favorite Philly rapper?"
Beanie Siegel is my favorite Philly rapper. Beans, bro.
Who's your favorite Philly rapper right now?
My favorite Philly rapper that's active right now. I don't got no favorite rapper that's active and rapping right now. You know what I'm saying? My last guys I listened to was OBH. Like that was my last ones, but none of them is like, you know what I'm saying, ad book, low book, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? So they don't even count. It's not really nobody that's rapping at home and active right now. That's my favorite rapper. Cassidy was definitely in my top 10, but like I don't listen to like Cassidy now. It just don't hit like it used to around the early 2000s. Like early 2000s, Cassidy was different.
Geek, question for Twizz. Who did you think won the verses between Ja Rule and Fat Joe?
Oh man, Ja Rule was moonwalking over Fat Joe back on that joint, bro. Ja Rule was, you know what I'm saying? Ja Rule got over on it. Fat Joe felt like he could get over on him with the talking in between the joints and all that. And I like Fat Joe as an artist, but Ja Rule joints was slapping when he, you know what I'm saying? His joints was hitting, bro.
Twizz, what's he talking about?
Going with Jay-Z, bro. He's talking about like Beanie Siegel. That's Jay-Z. I guess you talking about like that's Jay-Z, bro. Like Roll Red. Ja Rule got over on him.
Yep, you're right, Twizz. That's what he meant. Ja Rule was Ja's energy was crazy.
Ja Rule is a great artist. It's just that the stuff with 50, it just seemed to suck so much out his career, and then Murder Inc. They had the stuff with the case and all of that. So it was crazy. But I always like Ja Rule music, man. Ja Rule is a good artist.
Kelvin says, does YNW Melly stand a better chance in court facing 2 murder charges than Straight Drop facing 1 count of murder but more evidence against him? Twizz, do you understand that question?
Absolutely, I understand it. It's all about the evidence, and
more about the evidence.
With evidence and with Melly and all of that, it's like long as it ain't no fingerprints or nothing like that, it's beatable. You know what I mean? Yeah. No fingerprints, they can't prove it, and nothing tracked back to them. Long as they don't got a live witness that's testifying against them, you know what I mean? They got a way better chance. The evidence is everything when you're dealing with a body.
Good answer there, Twizz. Let me see. Scam Reno says, what's better, 90s rap, early 2000s rap, or rap now? Twizz.
I'm definitely not going to say rap now. Rap now, the only thing better about rap now than that is that they getting more money now than they was before. But the 90s was just very unique. This is when we had Pac, we had Big L. You know what I'm saying? It was more MCs. But the early 2000s, I'm 34, so early 2000s, I'm a teenager at these times. So music was sticking to me a lot more, even though I always tuned into the 90s. So I'm gonna say the 90s had more MCs. The 2000s just stuck to me a little bit. The early 2000s stuck to me a little bit more. Yeah, the 90s definitely, like I said, they had the Naughty by Natures. We can talk the NWAs. It was a lot of legends that's not here no more, and they made great music. That's just a hard call. The 2000s, I just embraced it a lot. The early 2000s, bro. Like, Facts, Busta, and all of them. Like,
damn,
bro, rap.
People are loving that question right there, Twizz.
Yeah, that was a great question right there. That is really a hard call. I guess it depends wherever you from.
The era, I guess now, when you talk about now, you would probably say Drake, right?
Yeah, Drake is definitely an A1 artist.
Who's another one now, Twizz?
I would say Yeezy is a genius.
Kanye West. Those are two great examples. So 2000s, early 2000s. Who do we say then? 50 Cent?
50 Cent. Eminem.
Eminem.
Missy Elliott.
Yep. Eminem is going to be early 2000s. Okay. So Eminem and Missy Elliott?
Yeah, Missy Elliott. Late 90s, early 2000s.
Let me fact check that Missy Elliott to see if we can use Missy Elliott in this category. I'm gonna say Eminem because the Super Duper Fly was released in '97, so Missy Elliott's got to go.
Okay.
In the '90s.
Okay, yeah, she go with the '90s.
Now Eminem, his first major album was released in, I want to say it was 2000, the Marshall Mathers LP. Slim Shady came out in '99, but I don't really. Let me see that one. I still wasn't sold on Eminem. You know, that CD that came out, I really still wasn't sold on him. Everybody knew he could possibly be something, or he could have been a one-hit wonder. That second album coming out and selling 1 million copies first week.
Facts.
But wow. But this album right here, the Slim Shady LP, actually sold 283,000 copies first week. So
Facts.
So let me see what month it was released. February, the beginning of the year. So I guess you got to put Eminem in the 90s, bro.
Yeah, so the 90s won that because a lot of artists that was in the early 2000s, they kind of roll over from the 90s, if not, like you said, 99 on out. So the 90s probably did win that, bro. Like, even if we're going to say, we're going to talk about Rockefeller and them, like, Hov and them, they fall from the 90s. You know what I mean? So it's like, then we talking about, like, Big, we, like, the list goes on.
Yep.
The 90s might have got that one.
No Limit.
I was just listening to No Limit a little earlier, bro. That joint just hit different, bro. Like, they might take 2 minutes for they start the song. It'll be a bunch of they get you prepared for the track. Like, you be like, oh, it's about to be some fire. And you hear Listen will come on. He spit that fire. Open questions, y'all. Ask whatever y'all want, man. That was a great question right there.
Yeah, Cameron is 90s though too. Even though his impact really started like as well with Dipset and that in the 2000s and shit as well, but Cameron still goes back to 1998 with the Confessions of Fire.
Let's not forget about Mace. Mace was that guy back then, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mace. So I'm trying to think. Ludacris, 2000s artist?
Yeah, 2000 artists, absolutely.
Let me see.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because his first breakthrough album was Back for the First Time.
Facts.
Even though he had an independent album before that as well.
Ludacris was like the baby of the early 2000s, bro. Like his videos, the style of him with the big arms and the body is big and the head small and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
I think you would consider T.I. a 90s or 2000s artist as well.
Absolutely. T.I., Jeezy.
Yep. T.I.'s first album was 2001.
Gucci.
But T.I.'s first majorly successful album. Actually, I'm not going to say trap music was T.I.'s first majorly successful album. I think his first majorly successful album was actually Urban Legend with the Jay-Z sample.
True. I remember that.
Even though I loved that, that Hey, Let's Get Away.
Yeah, that was fire. That was definitely fire.
24's Rubber Band Man. Am I a fool? Am I a fool for saying that's not when T.I. really caught on? Because that's when
you're not.
You knew T.I. was here to stay when he released 24's though, and Rubber Band Man. Bro.
Rubber Band Man, that joint was catchy, bro. You was hearing people rap that joint all day. You was hearing that joint rolling like.
I still was all the way sold because I did not like Rubber Band Man.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it like that either. I ain't gonna hold you, but it was just catchy. It was a song you heard every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like Rubber Band Man. Wow, that's talented. Yeah, real rap.
I like 24's better than Rubber Band Man though.
Yeah, that joint was a banger. That joint was a banger. Shorty Low.
Yeah, Shorty Low.
Rest in peace. Definitely. Mystical 90s though. Mystical from the 90s.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
But I was saying earlier, I was actually saying earlier that when you talk about Master P's relevancy in the game or his record sales in the game, like I was saying, just his history with Mystical tops anything that Wack 100 has done so far.
Oh, absolutely. Mystical is better than any artist that was ever under Wack.
Now, yeah, all right. So when you talk about artists that are under Wack, we're talking about the game post G Unit and post Interscope, pretty much. We're talking about
Exactly.
the game when he did the documentary too. All those albums that I talked about the other night. He had like
Exactly.
4 albums with E1, but
Exactly.
those albums do not compare to Mystical's run in the game.
No, they don't. And like you said, it's a lot of post stuff. Like Wack be picking up people like after they not in the starting lineup no more, bro. Like he come get you off the bench and be like, I'm gonna just drain some more money out you, basically. And
Now,
game is
games the 50 Cent portion of the game's career, that portion is bigger than Mystical's career.
um I'm
How
not gonna
we
say
do, hate it or
I'm not
love
gonna
it. You're
I
not
can't
going to
say
say that's bigger than
I
you're going to
can't say
bounce me
it's
against the wall. You're not going to
yeah,
give that to it.
I'm
Shake
I'm
your
not gonna
ass.
yeah, shake it fast, tarantula, like mystical can hold it down by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like Mystical was wrecking stuff by himself. Mystical is a better rapper than Game, and you know Game is a great artist. But for me, Mystical can rap better. Like how Mystical rap, it takes a certain talent for that. You know what I mean? Not saying Game is not a great artist. Game is a great artist, but if I had to pick between Mystical or Game, I would rock with Mystical.
Danger.
Real rap, yeah, like yeah, his joint, like he give you that energy, bro. He wake you up, like
Is that the same song Twizz is you going to bounce me against the wall?
yeah.
That's a different
No, no,
song,
no,
right?
no, no, no. Yeah, that's a different song. Bounce Me Against the Raw Wall is different.
Bro,
But
why didn't
Mystical,
bounce me against the wall get as much respect as it should have?
I don't know, man. I feel like Mystical, but Mystical was like that boy though. Like you know what I'm saying, it's the allegations and the things that happened in the past that
Oh yeah,
damped
he
out
went
his
to jail
career.
for 6 years. He ruined it for himself.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
yeah. That's what I feel like. Like a towel over his career. But
For
if
stupid
it wasn't for
reasons
that,
too. He should have
exactly,
he should have said screw that $5,000.
exactly, because it was a joint where he had just came home from jail, something like, and he was in the car with Manny Fresh, and he was freestyling, and it's like Yo Mystical still got the same voice, the same energy. You know what I mean? And it
And
was
then he
just a quick
signed with
little
Cash
freestyle.
Money. And then he
True,
signed with Cash Money and he did the
and that ain't
song.
work out.
He did the song where Lil Wayne appeared in the video, not rapping with him, I don't want to say, but they appeared in the
Absolutely.
video. And it looked like it was almost about to be on and going for him, but it's just too little too late. He had his window, Twizz, where everybody was accepting that song and dance. Because,
It
bro, that song and dance isn't going to make it 9 times out of 10. It's going to make it 1 time out
yeah.
of 10.
It's not because you know the times can change. Then you know after a while when you hit a certain age, bro, ain't nobody listening. You know, that, Big Daddy Kane is a great lyricist. Like you know what I'm saying, Raekwon, like they can't drop nothing today and be up at trending or nothing like that, bro. Like it's a lot of kids listening to music. Like bro, he old and washed up. They don't even care about what you did in the game.
Lone Wolf TV says, "Baby is the Luda of."
Facts,
Okay, duh, baby. Okay, I was like having a
facts.
hard time understanding what he was saying.
Facts. That's a fact. That's what I was saying. Like Luda was like the original, the baby. If you look at his style of videos and the big head, the arms is big, and he got energy and he lyrical. That's what I like about the baby though. Like he ain't just no mumble rapper. Like he really can rap. Oh, that joint look crazy, Mikey. What's that? Let me read the label on that. I
I
can't
got the
even see it.
Collins. I got the Collins Ave tonight, the Rick Ross strain.
Damn.
Twizz, were you a ringtone bull back in the day?
Absolutely. Shout out to Nextel. Shout out to Boost Mobile. Y'all know how we carried it. Everybody in the phone had a different ringtone. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Did you have any mystical ringtones or no?
No, I have a mystical like the ringtone. By the time the ringtone ever had came out for me, Like Mystical wasn't like it was like Cassidy, I'm a hustler. It was joints like that out at that time.
Oh yeah, let me see. So Shake Your Ass in Danger. That was 2000. Was 2000 the ringtone era?
Nah.
Okay. What about
I wanna say
2001?
2003.
Okay,
If
2003.
anything. That might be the earliest year I can give it. It's like '03, definitely '04,
Okay.
'05 for sure.
Blue Yellow asked Twizz, who's more richer, Jay-Z and Kanye West?
Jay-Z.
Big Fact says, let's bring the Nextel walkie-talkie back or the sidekick. Twizz, somebody
Bro,
that was just shouting out the Nextel, and you have a new updated phone now. How do you feel about that? Bring back the Nextel, or are you all set with what we've got going on now?
I love it. It's just once you get, I'm a vicious iPhone boy. Once you get your hand on it, it's hard. I feel like Nextel could possibly get their hand in joints. Like, what if we had iPhones and you can chirp somebody on it? Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Times didn't change. Nextel served its purpose. You was the man if you had a Nextel. It's like the Boost Mobile was like the knockoff joints at that time. So you had a real Nextel on. If that Nextel flip phone, you know what I'm saying, was that, man. You was that bull back then.
Jay Brown says, what artist do you think should have blown up but didn't get the necessary press or coverage? Twizz, I want one artist in general, and I want one artist from Philly. I'm going to say, when they ask, what artist do you think should have blown up and didn't get the necessary press or coverage? I'm going to have to say Saigon. Saigon is one of the artists that didn't get the necessary press back then when he was getting to release his album called The Greatest Story Never Told. One, because of a shooting that occurred at the Hot 97, apparently, where he wasn't allowed up. I guess Ebro wouldn't let him come up anymore after some shit that happened, and it really stunted the beginning stages of his career. Twizz,
That's
do you
heavy.
got one from Philly? Do you feel like this applies to?
Um, I think it's a lot of artists that should have blown up that didn't. Like,
The Young
if I can,
Guns?
the Young Guns, they did their time. Like
I
they
feel
they
like they
was lit.
did blow up, Mike.
I think, and it might be crazy because it's a group as one, but I feel like the Bloodhounds who used to rap with Meek Mill, I feel like they should have elevated with Meek Mill. Like it should have went from Bloodhounds to Dream Chasers. They should have all been a part of that. That nigga Lil, Young Pooh, Mel Love. Even though I feel like Meek and Mel Love still on solid terms. But if y'all listen to Meek back then, y'all would hear similarities in Meek flow with like, you know what I'm saying, with like Mel Love, Young Pooh, like all of them rapped in one. That's as far as from Philly. Um, as but other than that, it's a lot of guys that I feel like was talented also. So it's hard to just point out one artist. But damn, as a full artist, that's a heavy question right there, bro. Like
Who do you
a
got from the
heavy
game?
question. I couldn't hear you, Mikey. What you say?
Who do you got from the game that should have blew up though? From the industry,
All
should
right,
have
from
blew
the
up more, but
game.
then
Damn. I would say if it gotta be one artist, I would have to say Jada Kiss. One of the hottest rappers, never let you down on the track, but never was able to get. He rapped with Big and was wrecking stuff back then.
Dopey One TV salute. He says danger. Big Faxville says what artist fell off quick?
What?
What artist fell off quick? Yeah, quick. Twizz. Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks went from 445,000 sold on his debut album to
Yeah,
150,000 sold on his second. That's
yeah,
falling off, isn't it, Twizz?
yeah. Banks definitely fell off quick. Banks definitely fell off quick.
He's still popular now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. His like when you mention Banks' name, he gonna always be mentioned as a good rapper. You know what I mean? I don't think that it's his stuff. I mean, he
It's kind
do
of like
great
me,
at.
Twizz. Whenever you mention Mikey T's name, they're always gonna say he's a good blogger.
No, you more than a blogger, Mikey. You know what I'm saying? A blogger is somebody that just get on and they talk about anything. You know what you did was legendary. Like you did interviews and put in work with,
But
A1
anyways,
celebrities. Yeah, I mean, but
I was taking banks in this situation of an artist that fell off quick. I'm not gonna say Tony Yayo because Banks actually made it to sell 500,000 units in a week. I mean, that's what Drake sold for his first EP, like 400,000 for that joint with Best I Ever Had. When an artist
true.
sells 400,000 units first week, like it's got to be over with. Like you would think your life is never going to be the same when you can put out a product that sells 500,000 units in a single week, Twizz.
True. And you know who else fell off though? Um, Big Sean fell off. He had stuff on lock for a minute, but he
Sean
fell
fell
off.
off. He fell
To
off.
me, he did from hearing him every 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Even though no, I can't say Big Sean because he was like on the top of the billboards not too long ago. It's just hard, bro. Like it's a lot of artists that fell off, but fell off quick. That was important. You know who fell off though, music wise? 50.
50. Well, 50 had his 3 albums in the sun.
50 fell off, and so did
Wow, David Ruthledge. Well, Eminem had a full career too, man.
Yeah,
I guess like if you want to say it like that, Ti severely fell off
Ti
because
definitely severely fell off.
when he came home from jail, you would have thought he was going to do a ton of units.
Who?
So David agrees with you. He says Mystical will kill the game lyric wise, which
Facts.
I totally disagree with that. I don't know what the hell Twizz is smoking in that vape tonight, but the Mystical kill the game. What
Yeah,
the game has made a song called 300 Bars. The game has rapped for like 30 minutes straight one time, man.
Mystical will rap laps around the game.
Mystical will probably do chants around the game. That's all the Mystical's got. He's got these chants.
But mystical music is a unique style of music. Game just rap. Game, you know what I'm saying? Game just rap. Game do better on featured songs, I think, than a song by himself. If I can say, if that's safe to say.
I mean, Game has songs that he has songs that go with all types of emotions, man. Haven't you ever heard that one song where the hook is like, I only fuck with you on 2 occasions
True.
when I'm drunk
True.
and
And
I'm
I'm not
high.
knocking the game. I like the game, but when it comes to mystical just hit different than me. But I got a question for the chat, y'all. If I can do an open question, Mikey.
Yeah.
What rapper stayed relevant for the longest? What rapper do y'all feel like stayed relevant for the longest? We talked about rappers that fell off quick. What rapper stayed relevant and put out good music for the longest?
Yo, Twizz, well, while we wait for them on that, let's tap in with some of these guys who are saying are the quickest to fall off.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got.
So we got Saigon and Papoose.
I forgot about Papoose, bro. That's a good one. Papoose is a good John right there. Papoose definitely fell off quick.
Very weird that he had the single with Snoop Dogg and got the $1 million deal or the $1.5 million deal, and then he fell off. Very odd to me.
Papoose remind me of like a newer style Big L to me. Like he said crack.
Petey Crack. Well, Petey Crack didn't really get to release the album that he was supposed to release, The Prince of the Rock. Twizz, is that pretty accurate? Him not getting to release his album was the holdup?
Yeah, that's facts. And when it comes to PD, like how life is now, man. Make sure y'all check out Mikey T, the movie star interview with him. And I also did an interview with him, but he talk about like things that go on in the industry, and I had asked him, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, like, do you feel like it's something that you do? How do you feel about how things played out as far as your career? And he said like he's happier now than he has ever been. You know what I mean? To have like certain freedom. So PD just seemed like the type of guy where he just enjoyed being with his family and not being controlled too much. So he just do music as a hobby nowadays, definitely.
Bro, that is a hard-hitting question to ask somebody. You just went all the way in, yo. So how do you feel about how things panned out for your whole career?
Bro, rap
Oh,
crack
that's
got
kind of
straight at me.
personal, man. Go to hell.
Crack got at me like I really don't feel like nothing went wrong. Like I'm
Shout out to PD Crack. That's my dude.
Shout out to PD. He thorough, man. Badlands getting in.
Happy belated to Hollow the Don as well. It was his birthday the other day. I shot him a happy birthday.
Shout out to Hollow the Don, man.
And oh no, we I'm sorry, Flock. Ask that in another question, bro, and I'll answer it for you. But we got to go on with everybody who fell off right now. Lone Wolf TV says Rich Boy 100%. He had a big hit song, and then his second single just sort of went nowhere. Kind of similar to Mims, who had This Is Why I'm Hot, and then he just couldn't live up to that single.
Lone Wolf, it's crazy you said that, bro, because I believe like last weekend we did a stream, and on Open Questions, we start talking about the one-hit wonders, and I said Rich Boy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That joint was like, you know what I'm saying? Rich Boy was definitely a one-hit wonder.
Bro, yo,
he not even considered.
Imagine if you could merge those two rappers' careers, Rich Boy and Mims. Like if Rich Boy could have released Throw Some D's, and then after Throw Some D's, he would have had This Is Why I'm Hot. He would have been the biggest shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact. He could have put like 2-3 corny Jones after that, then do another hit. Like he would have been able to. He would have had room to mess up.
Risk Taker CEO, biggest fall offs. Chingy actually got 2 albums, I believe.
He did, but he did fall off though.
By the 3rd album, he had fallen off completely.
If we could, matter of fact, I could take it to the kids. Bow Wow. Bow Wow was a major fall off, bro. Because Bow Wow used to be that bull back in the day.
Oh, hold on 1 second. No, Baller Baby. He fell off because he left DTP as soon as he could to create that label called Slot-A-Lot. It was called Slot-A-Lot Records, Twizz. And right after the Jackpot album, which had the major singles, it had everything on there, Twizz. He had the joint Right There. He had Holiday Inn. He had One Call Away. And I'd have to say One Call Away was probably his biggest single. You think it was bigger than Right There, or am I tripping?
I feel like Right There was one of the catchiest joints right there. Like
that call you're One Call Away? No,
that was fire, but Right There was like that. That's like that put his foot in the game heavy for everybody. Like Right There was like you heard that every 2 minutes back then.
Wow, Twizz. So Capital and Disturbing the Peace were working together at that point.
Damn.
Why do you think so? On his next album, it was Capital and Slot-A-Lot. Why do you think Capital wanted to cut Disturbing the Peace out of the deal if that's what happened?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's
gotta be the money.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another one.
The music politics.
David DR said, Young Buck, 100% Young Buck. On his first album, sold 260,000 units. Second album, 150,000 units. And then after that, he never released another album.
Well, y'all know what it is. Young Buck, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to Young Buck, bro, he on the same canoe as Mystical. They just on a canoe in the middle of the ocean, like, where like the problems in life funnel over your career, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
But bro, Mystical is way better than Young Buck.
Oh yeah, he way better. But I'm just talking about like puncturing your career from things that go on outside of music that can make people push away from you.
I love it. Scam Reno. What happened to Designer?
Man, last I heard, he worked at Walmart, bro. He a
What?
greeter at Walmart. He at
Bullshit.
Walmart giving them verses out. No, I'm just joking, man.
I don't think he ever has to work again, Twizz.
Oh no, I don't think the work that he put in sets him for life. I don't think so.
You don't think selling 10 million
N-
units?
No, I don't think so. It's a lot of artists that sold plenty of units and that money run out because when you live in that lifestyle, then your price of living go up. You know, the foreign cars.
Jaquan,
Jaquan,
yes. Twizz, a couple weeks ago on the stream, you were saying the only song from Jaquan you ever heard was Tipsy.
facts,
Yep.
facts. He's a one-hit wonder. I don't even consider him as far as being an artist. Like a short career and a one-hit wonder is two different things to me. Like a one-hit wonder is a one-hit wonder. A short career meaning you put out over 3 hits, you had a wave, and then you just disappeared. Like a one-hit wonder and a short career is like two different joints. Like
Okay,
one-hit
so
wonders don't even count.
who had a bigger one-hit wonder to you? Was it Tipsy with Jaquan or was it Panda with Designer? Or is that just obvious?
That's a good question.
Okay. All right. So it is a debatable.
It's debatable.
Tipsy
That's
was
definitely
everywhere,
debatable.
man.
Tipsy was everywhere, but so was Panda.
Right. And were they both really the coolest shit? I think people thought Tipsy might have been a little bit cooler back in our day.
Yeah, but with Panda,
Had a
you
little
had so many.
dance to it. Was
But
Panda, you're kind of like a weird ass ADD kid dancing, you know what I mean? But with
true,
Tipsy,
but
you could slide into the party out cool.
true, but with Panda, with so many people going off the beat, it just added like juice to the song, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Well, yeah. Twizz, what was your question that you had asked the chat?
my question was, we spoke on who had the shortest career. Now, what artist had the longest career as being a rapper and staying relevant for years through different generations and through different levels of music as far as music changing and every time they put something out they don't let the fans down.
Big Faxville said 50 had a nice run.
He did.
Yep, 50 had a good run. You know, he tried to make his run go longer. In terms of like when he first dropped his own album, he knew the people would want another 50 Cent album, Twist. But he was like, listen,
Facts.
let's do a G Unit album because even if the G Unit album doesn't do well, we can release the 50 Cent album again next year.
Facts.
But if everything goes well, we can just release G Unit albums and start, you know, a whole record label. So that's really what 50 Cent was trying to set up.
Facts.
Dave pointing out something that I've gone over in depth, Twizz. He said T.I. held it down for a long time. And
Facts.
as I was saying, man, after that third album, the Urban Legend album, T.I. was really off to the races, man.
Facts. Shout out to Tip, man. And Tip been through a lot of things behind scenes and dealing with cases and still continue to, push music, man.
Well, that's when he came out of jail and his music career kind of tanked.
True.
Now I guess he's doing comedy, Twizz.
Really?
They say he's doing comedy. They're saying that it's good shit. And also apparently his son turned down the Hustle Gang chain, telling his pops that he wanted to do it for himself.
And that's how he raised his kids because I saw on I forgot what it was, but he was kind of grinding his kids up. Like, you know what? They think just because, I'm their dad that this stuff won't be handed to them. You got to work for it. So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing right there that, his son went on. get it for himself. Paul Wall.
Paul Wall is a one-hit wonder. Twizz, do you agree with that? Because Paul Wall was on Grills. Paul Wall was on he had his song Sitting Sideways, and then he also had Tippin', and he had a #1 album, The People's Champ.
We spoke on that before with the one-hit wonders. I would have to give it to Bubba Sparks before I give it to Paul Wall. Paul Wall definitely had a short career.
Right, because Bubba Sparks legitimately, I think he only had Ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Tanya says Jay-Z. Well, yeah, Jay-Z has had the longest.
Facts.
How does Jay-Z pertain to your question, Twizz?
That was my answer right there. Salute, Tanya. That was my answer, was Jay-Z. We talking about somebody that was relevant from the time of Big era, when Biggie was rapping, and look at where he's at today. You know what I mean? His music is impactful. His music grew with him and matured with him. He always found different sounds. So that would have been my answer also, was Jay-Z.
Twizz and Tanya, let me ask you, and also if anybody wants to answer this in the chat, please write Jay-Z signing. I want to know, Twizz, Tanya, everyone in the chat, what is the most what is the Jay-Z signing that he did that shocked you the most, that made you go, oh damn, Jay-Z's working with this guy?
Damn, that's a good question. As far as signing,
I'm gonna have to go with the Princess of the Rock when he signed the chick named Tierra Marie. Was it Tierra Marie?
I know you're talking about.
And she had come out with that record, and I was like, "Oh, Jay, I don't know about this one, Jay."
That's a good question, Mikey. I can't even answer that, bro.
Yep,
That just went above my head a little bit. I would have to see a list of everybody he signed to even point out somebody. Damn, that's a good John.
Risk Taker CEO says Jim Jones, who has had quite a long career, man, taking it from being on an independent label, proving that he can sell units, to getting a deal at majors, not really performing as the labels would have expected. His albums weren't the biggest, but then also making a string of independent albums to the point where he also got a new signing with Rock Nation, Twizz. He has a career of longevity.
I think Jim Jones is like the greatest delay artist, where he started off hype man. He started off playing the cuts, adding energy to the videos, doing a few features, and then he had got the ball in his hand, and he was showing them that he could hit threes from half court. Definitely from balling up to now. You know what I mean? I'll give him that. From balling to now.
LL Cool J and Fat Joe.
LL Cool J, that guy. So is Fat Joe.
Yep, LL Cool J, I guess, has to be the am I wrong? Damn, who got into movies first? LL Cool J or Tupac? Pac did? Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, Pac got into movies first.
Let's see. LL Cool J's first movie. Damn. Was LL Cool J's first movie Deep Blue Sea?
That's the first joint I remember seeing him on. And LL Cool J, a hell of an actor. He was on Halloween. What else was he on? The joint with You Ain't No Cop, J. Reed, whatever that. Oh, what was it? In Too Deep, I think. In Too Deep. Yep, he was on that joint.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no. LL Cool J has been acting since the 1990s, man. He's been acting since 1991, 1985.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, he got Pac then. But Pac movies was more impactful than his, though.
hold on. Am I on the real LL Cool J? Because this is saying that he was a teacher on Pete and Pete.
I didn't see that movie.
No, Pete and Pete, the old TV show.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
And then that Halloween movie was actually in 1998, and he did Oz.
Damn,
in
that was 98.
Yeah, that was
Halloween.
98.
Damn.
Yeah. He actually did that before Deep Blue Sea and In Too Deep and Any Given Sunday. But before that, he was in Out of Sync. He was in Out of Sync in 1995. So, yeah, he was actually in movies before Tupac.
Damn, that's heavy.
Yep. So, yeah, then I was just saying, it's like, you know.
But when did Juice come out? That came out like 95 too.
Yeah, let me check if that was Tupac.
Cause Pac died in what, like 95, 96.
Well, LL Cool J had some other movie roles that I don't know if I'd really consider them movie role. I mean, it said he played the rapper in like 1985 and shit.
Damn.
But I mean, you know, back then when he first did it, of course he was considering that shit a movie role. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
But going on to see what he did, you know, those are lesser things. So yeah, Pac had a movie role in 91, Nothing But Trouble, where he played himself. It was a brief appearance as a part of Digital Underground, and then Juice was actually 1992.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that joint was 90. Yeah, that's about right, because that was years before Pac died. Why would I even say 95 for that? Because that joint been out.
I was gonna say 94, but it was 92. So
yeah.
Honestly, okay. So LL Cool J was in this movie called The Hard Way in 1991.
Damn.
With Michael J. Fox in it. I guess he plays like a detective or something. So Tupac definitely had a lead role before LL Cool J.
Yeah, Pac was a better actor. LL Cool J a great actor, but Pac joints was hitting heavy. It's like, damn, bro, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Some people are in tune right here. Jay-Z and Jigga Man, they're in tune with you, Twizz. Hilt TV in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight.
Salute. Hilt TV in the building.
Lone Wolf TV bringing up another one. Twizz is asking the question for everyone just tuning in. Who are some of the artists that have had the most longevity in the game, who have been around the longest, given us some of the most stellar careers? LL Cool J is definitely one because of the fact that he's given us careers on both ends of the spectrum, music and film. But let's get into Lil Wayne a little bit, man. I do put Lil Wayne on my top 10 list. I think he's at like number 7 or 8.
That's a fact. Wayne been out since late 90s also, bro. We remember Wayne being a teenager with the cornrows, you know what I'm saying? When they was doing videos out in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Wayne, bro. And also one of the greatest artists.
What do you make of the fact that Lil Wayne, Lone Wolf, and Twizz, what do you make of the fact that Lil Wayne has stuck to music? You know, he hasn't ventured into film whatsoever, man. I don't know if we'll get a Hot Boys reunion album in a year or so when BG comes home, but Lil Wayne has stuck predominantly to be recording albums.
I don't understand why he just only do that. I guess it's just his love for it. But you know, who wouldn't love to see Wayne in the film? You know what I mean?
Snoop Dogg. Hell yeah, Snoop Dogg. You know, one of the most iconic rappers.
I'm not debating that. I ain't debating that. That's a good drawing, like Snoop. Like I said earlier, Snoop can still rap.
Yep. We were talking about Young Buck falling off. Do you think it was that second single that the single that he released off of his second album, Twizz, the Get Buck song?
Yeah, that's about right.
Nobody was really feeling that shit?
Yeah, that's about right. That was like around the time of the downfall.
What were people really liking? Let Me In, or were they really liking Shorty Wanna Ride?
I know Shorty Wanna Ride was hitting. You know what I'm saying? That joint definitely was hitting.
Greg says Cameron's still hot too. Cameron's music hits different.
I like Cameron. Cameron got a unique style. He when we talking about rappers from Harlem, he the face of it. You know what I mean?
And
Facts.
Hilt TV said Loon as far as rappers that fell off.
Yeah, he definitely fell off. And back to Cam. Cam was the only Cam made wearing pink thorough. You know what I'm saying? For the guys that put pink on.
Whoa, 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 whoa. First of all, Soldier Boy is not irrelevant. You are not going to call Soldier Boy irrelevant on my stream. Twizz, is Soldier Boy irrelevant?
No, Soldier Boy, he's the I gotta put Soldier Boy in the boats with the Master P's and the Dame Dashes because he is the face of the internet era. He the face of sitting in your house, making your own beat, putting your own music out without no money behind you. You could be in the house with $30 in your pocket and drop a hit. So he like the face of that. Like when we talking about the internet era, Soldier Boy is one of the most. He's the relevancy of that. You know what I'm saying? He's a great entrepreneur, and he got some hits on the low. I remember the verses with him and Bow Wow, and he was dropping some songs. I'm like, damn, I forgot about that joint. He definitely did that joint right there, bro.
We do not sleep on Soldier Boy on this channel. Vanilla Ice.
Yeah,
Pretty Ricky.
that's another one.
Petey Pablo.
Can't forget about P. Pablo. Badlands
Philadelphia.
in the building.
Badlands.
Badlands, get it in.
Is that new improved hood up?
Huh?
Nelly fell off too. I'm going to disagree with you, man. Nelly put out 2 albums on the same day. Sweat and Suit and Twizz's Girl made him buy both. So that's how Nelly's winning.
I feel like Nelly played the game how he felt as though he was supposed to. Like we spoke on, this was probably like last month. We talked about Eve. I feel like he did like the Eve move where it was like he knew when to move and when to just chill and fall back.
I'll give it to you, Twizz. Love is Blind is an amazing song.
It
But
is.
I see you're trying to save a little face for a Philly artist there.
No, it is though. But like her,
Comparing Eve to Nelly.
yeah.
I wish Eve was as great as Nelly. I had high hopes for Eve as well.
True. She one of the greatest female artists in my name as far as I mean, you know what I'm saying, through my eyes as far as being a female rapper and the content that she puts in her music, like what she talk about.
Yeah, I don't think there's a better conscious song than when Eve did Love is Blind. I don't think a female has a better conscious song than that.
Facts. You would have to go to like Lauryn Hill and artists like that.
I might be kicking myself in the ass. Someone's gonna be like, "What are you talking about, Mikey T? Queen Latifah wrote this shit."
Queen Latifah, another one.
We didn't mention this one. Fab. Does Fab go on that list you're talking about, Twizz?
Fab go in the list of all, like Fab is in like the boat with Kiss, where they continue to be hot. They never fell off, but they didn't get the promotion that they deserve.
Juvie. So we got Back That Ass Up We've got Slow Motion. Where else does Juvenile's you know what I'm saying? Where else does Juvenile's career take you there, Twizz? I know he sold a bunch of units.
I put him for like one of the greatest shortest artists because he always put like the quality of his music was always great, but his career wasn't long like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't hearing nothing from Juvenile 07, 08, 09, 2010. Even I'm not sure if he dropped something lately, but if he did, it wasn't like.
Well, in 2010, he had an album called Beast Mode with a song
Really?
called it's called Drop That Ass. So you know, he was kind of going for that market, Twizz. You know what I mean?
Real rap. I didn't know that joint would drop, bro. Like,
The last album I know from Juvenile was really the Reality Check joint that had the song Rodeo on it.
I remember. Oh yeah, Rodeo. That joint was lit.
So I guess that's what it was, right there. Fabulous can be mentioned that in that category. Is that who you were saying didn't have the most promotion, Twizz?
Yeah, I put him in the boat with Kiss. Like Fab and Kiss, they remained to be hot, but the promotion wasn't there.
Nas
is one of the GOATs. I can't argue with that. Hell with album sales, hell with all of that. You know, the quality of the music is always lit. Busta kind of fell back to me though. Like Busta ain't really been doing too much. Like as great of an artist as he is, he seemed to venture out and do like other things.
Yeah, Bubba only had Ugly. Paul's got more hits. Little Flip. I think we had discussed this, Twizz. Was Little Flip is not a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, he wasn't a one-hit wonder, but he was in a short career boat.
Right, but he's not a one-hit wonder, but he definitely doesn't have 20 songs to go after T.I.
Facts. He not cut for verses.
Reed Dollars. Does Reed Dollars go in the one-hit wonder category?
He don't go in no category because as great as a rapper that he is, he didn't make it in the industry level. You know what I mean? He's a great rapper. Shout out to Reed. You know what I mean? But, you know, he was just one of them rappers that couldn't make it.
I think Little White falls into that same situation. Are you familiar with Little White, Twizz?
Facts.
I don't think Little White really had a hit. He was trying. He was getting songs that were getting momentum. Reed Dollars was making songs that were making momentum in Philly, Twizz.
Philly, the tri-state, and whoever was tuned into them DVD eras, like, and
Reed
I kind of had
was bigger than Little White.
Yeah, like I kind of had like it was like a little debate where they was talking about like the Two Raw from the Streets era and all that. Actually, that was with Murder Mook when Murder Mook was battling them, and he was talking about like people around the world wasn't tuned into it, and then it was like, bro, like everybody knew who Reed and Hattie and them was, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, Big L happening, WR.
We know Big L's story. If that wouldn't happen, then it would be like talking about like Biggie Smalls or something, because Big L was one of them guys.
Twizz, did you get to hear the Benny the Butcher and J. Cole track?
I ain't hear it yet. I'm gonna have to tune into that when we get off of here. I ain't even hear that, John.
Yeah, I listened to the track, man. Johnny P's Caddy. At first, it looked like Benny was just releasing a solo track called Johnny P's Caddy. And then it turned out that J. Cole was featured on the joint, and it's going to be on Tana Talk 4. So it just shows you how much that Benny the Butcher has really elevated on this new album, man. I'm looking forward to it like crazy. Did you ever see Deliver Us from Eva with LL Cool J?
I didn't see it. but I'm familiar with the movie. I never watched the joint though.
Omar Epps. Bullet, Gridlock. Let's see. All right, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all. Ask these last questions. I didn't want Bone Crusher, but that's not what I look at the 2000s for, man. After we explain like T.I. and Ludacris were really, you know what I mean?
I ain't never scared.
I ain't never scared. And there ain't nothing wrong with Bone Crusher, but Bone Crusher's a good one. But yeah, Bone Crusher wasn't my bag back then, man. But let me bring up Twizz's Twitter so y'all can follow my guy Twizz on the gram.
Yes, sir.
Everybody tap in
Salute.
with it.
Salute to the chat, man. Y'all had some great questions, man, and great answers also, y'all.
Yeah,
It's
we
the
went
hip
over
hop
some
pan.
dope shit tonight. Yeah, we had some great topics tonight. You know, Snoop Dogg and Master P coming together. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary, epic, man. It was great to be able to share success with your brother, man. Having all that time, man, and all that, and being able to sit down and still enjoy life, man. And it just shows you, bro, like it's different levels to life, man.
Yeah, it's dope to see. It's dope to see Snoop Dogg using his energy, to help, revive somebody who's currently going through the ringer. You know what I mean?
Facts.
This guy is being put through the ringer right now, Twizz. You know, his career, like I said before, his career was pretty much being scolded like never before. So I'm glad that somebody came to his defense and somebody held up his products and was like, "Yo, these products are cool." You know what I mean? These pro-
Absolutely.
these noodles are good. This energy drink tastes good and shit like that, Twizz. I was really happy that Snoop Dogg did that, because
Facts.
we got Whack 100 just like last week. He was trying to tell us that Bobby Shmurda wasn't cool because he dances, Twizz. And
Facts.
now this week he's trying to tell us that people are broke if they sell noodles. You
Well,
know,
one thing about Wack, he just seems to defend anybody that he got love for, and anybody that's in his circle. Other than that, everybody is yard out, bro. Because you can't talk about Smurder when we know what the game was doing before rap. They was doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, we can't say the game wasn't getting loose.
but yeah, everybody shoot Twizz a subscription on YouTube. I'm gonna pin that up. Everybody can go and subscribe to Twizz if you want to see his interviews. Twizz goes live as well, but he's also posting new content at least every week. He posts some new shit up for y'all to see.
Facts. I just dropped the full Omar Gutton interview. Make sure y'all check it out. I just dropped that joint a few days ago. Go show it some love. It ain't been getting the hits that it deserved, man, because Omar been, what I'm saying, he dropped some heavy gems in there. So, what I'm saying, tune in, y'all.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get that link right here.
With MailChimp, you can guide.
All right, y'all. Twizz has a new interview with Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother. I want y'all to check it out.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna follow you back, along with my gram is on my other phone, so I'm gonna definitely follow you back.
But right now, I want everybody in here to click on this new interview that Twizz just did. I got that spelt right and everything, Twizz.
Yeah, yep, everything is straight on there. Appreciate it, Mikey.
So, everybody, if you click on this link right here, it will bring you to Twizz's YouTube channel, The Hood Blogger. He has interviews with everyone from Oskino to, as you heard, Petey Crack. He covers the Philly scene because he's right there in the midst of it. But he also has an interview with Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother, Omar Gooding. It's his brother, right, Twizz?
Yes, his brother, man, and he talk about everything, the Baby Boy movie,
His,
growing up, and
that's his older or younger brother?
yeah, Omar, I mean, Cuba is his older brother, and he speak on everything, like getting into the acting industry and You know, definitely appreciate it, Jay Brown. Anybody add, I'm gonna add back. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? It's all love. That's how we carry it, man. Y'all won't be let down.
Yep. So
That's for sure.
everybody go hit that link right now and check out this interview. Drop a comment. Twizz is doing something a little bit outside of the box, interviewing an actor in a movie that I'm sure most of you guys have seen in here, Baby Boy with Tyrese
Yeah.
and Snoop Dogg. Twizz, that movie was originally going to be Snoop Dogg and Tupac.
Facts. Tupac was supposed to originally be in the movie. It was wrote for him, but you know, the unfortunate situation of losing Pac, so they had to find somebody to fill his shoes and all of that.
Vin Rames was in that movie or no?
Yeah, Ving Rhames was he was Tyreek's mom boyfriend in the
Oh
movie.
shit.
Yep, coming home from prison. So it was like it was a lot going on between Tyrese and him. You know, appreciate it, Ty. Appreciate it.
That's right. So we'll be promoting this on the next few streams, actually. Twizz's new interview with Omar Gooden. I want everybody in here to go click on that link right now so you can give a review, positive, negative, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Comment
drop
on,
whatever. Keep it a stack. We keep it raw and uncut. You
you know what I
know.
mean? I think it's something new though for the people to see, man, because we're usually linking up with hip hop artists, R&B
Facts.
singers, male, female, but to have an
Facts.
actor like that just shows some growth right there, in my opinion, Twizz. So I got to commend you
Appreciate
on
it,
that.
Mikey. I appreciate it, bro.
Yep. So the next couple lives, we're actually going to be promoting this interview with Omar Gooding. So as soon as we get off of this joint, I want you to all go check that shit out right away. And don't even worry about hitting the other link to subscribe to Twizz, because if you hit this link, it's going to bring you right to his YouTube page right now.
Facts.
But all right, man. Twizz, was there anything else you wanted to address tonight before we got done with the podcast?
Nothing really to address, but man, much love and respect to everybody in the chat. Y'all know how we carry it. This SB Twizz, Mikey T, the movie star. We keep it epic, man. Report Card Radio Live Familiar. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned. We got plenty of heat on the way. We got a couple of surprises up the sleeve for y'all, so make sure y'all tuned in. Make sure y'all sub to Report Card Radio and please hit all notifications. Hit all notifications, y'all. We got some good surprises for y'all in the future. And it's only one way from here, y'all, and that's up.
And we'll be back if Whack 100 speaks on Snoop Dogg.
Oh, man.
We'll be back to tell you any more details that are going on with Muwap's case, as well. As I find that to be a seriously tragic situation. Like I said, we lost many lives during that situation with FBG Duck, because they're all I don't think they're gonna beat this, being that there's so much video surveillance, Twizz, and we're gonna have to come back and report on Straight Drop if they give him a public defender, man. Do you think that's a foregone conclusion at this point, Twizz, or are they gonna get up to $40,000 to $50,000 to get that lawyer in pocket?
Yeah, man. I feel like they probably gonna deal with PD. They probably gonna get stuck with PDs, and they just gonna be sitting. It's just like with the Nipsey Hussle case. You don't hear about that guy up until the trial come, and whether he get found guilty or not guilty. I feel like it's gonna be one of them type of Jones, because like I said, we in the era now where artists are getting their lives taken on a daily basis. So who knows what's gonna happen within the next month or so, bro. Like, we just losing artists crazy. So I doubt they're gonna have lawyers, because they would have already had them. But time will tell. If they get lawyers, I would be surprised. You know what I mean? And if when it come to both of them, if anything, probably one of them might get a lawyer. But how it's looking, I doubt either one of them will get one.
We will be here to update you on everything that is happening in hip hop, no matter who it involves. I am Mikey T, the movie star. That's my co-host SV Twizz. He is the hood blogger. and we appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. We'll see y'all next time. And as I said, once we leave this video, hit that link that's pinned. It'll take you to SV Twizz's YouTube channel, and you can check out his interview with Omar Gooding.
Y'all know how we carry it, and that's all we got. Everybody have a great night.
Salute y'all.